I love Utah.
Chick. Chickarooski.
He was the best guy around.
What about the people he murdered?
What murder?
I think that's coming through. Let me know.
I love Utah.
Someone in the chat could just let me know if they can hear me, if they can hear the drops. That would be very, very helpful. Also, we're just learning here, people. Let's close that. Let's close this. Yes, do not need that running. Let's close all unnecessary things. Huh? What do you think, kids? Huh? We're going to get started here in about 8 minutes, just getting things ready. But I think we're working, which is exciting. Live from Nevada. Beautiful. Thank you, producer Rob, producing. It's not going to be the highest quality here, kids. Not going to be the highest quality. But we'll get it. Hey, everybody. Getting started here in like 4 or 5 minutes. Looking good. Stream's looking good. I paid for the extra internet. So we're looking good there, people. We're looking good there. So get yourself situated. 8:30 Mountain Standard Time is when we're starting, even though I'm in the Pacific time zone. which means 7:30 for me. The only one that matters. 5 minutes. Polyester blend. Soon. Oh, people. Oh, people. We're just going to have to feel our way through this. You get into a rhythm when you do something like this, we all know. In my rhythm, I've got different things here. Certain cameras decided not to work. Others absolutely did. Others are in positions I don't normally have them in. We're going to be so okay. It's kind of fun to do this. To be all over the place. This world. By that, I mean one of 3 different places I go. But I am here, and I am trying it. We're going to talk about all our favorite things. I'm going to go ahead and say anyone who gets this Zoom link, just go ahead and join, because It's going to be clay, but just clay. Copy. Sand. What I am now putting in the chat. Paste. Zoom link. All right, we're going to get started. It's going to be a little solo Ryan time. And then we will get into it. But I have a story to tell. We got many stories to tell. I got a fun one. Yes. Yes, we must get started. Okay. People, it's that time for the show to begin. Zoom links in the YouTube chat. Join if you want to. We're going to do our fun stuff. Maybe a mini show. We don't know. Definitely a quiz. Definitely point of order. But let's get started the way we always do.
KTRD, home of the Polyester Blend Network, is now on the air. Welcome to another broadcast. Polyester Blend Live streams Mondays, 8 o'clock over the internet from the Schledio in Salt Lake City, Utah. It's also simulcast from UHF station KTRD 299 MHz frequency from the Eastern Dip in Utah's West Desert. As Polyester Blend Network KTRD starts its broadcast day, we ask you to join us as we dissect, try to understand, poke fun, and also share our love of this strange Utah existence. But before we get to the live broadcast,
You understand that?
Nope. Nope. Also, over-under on when I get shut down by this hotel. That could be very much a possibility. But who cares? We're trying. Echo, thank you, Janine. Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Janine. Thank you, Janine. See, sound engineer. Sound engineer. Well, it should be just on that. Are you getting a sound? Are you getting an echo right now, Janine? Are you getting an echo right now, anybody? When it's just my voice. It's just my voice. Are we getting an echo? That's the question. The video, I think I know why. Okay, Rob says we're good now. I'm going with it. Okay, I think I know what that was. So we're going to learn from it, people. We're going to learn from it. Because remember, this is the mobile polyester blend. It's the mobile Schlogster. But it's Monday. I have an obligation. It's time for Polyester Blend Live. Oh, people, a very calm version. Whoa. This camera's going to be nuts. I can't help it, people. The camera's going to be a little nuts. Maybe I have to fit. Maybe I can trend to do this. We'll have two options, maybe. A little bit better. This is an anamorphic lens. People, it's your good friend Ryan Schlegel. Hello, welcome. Welcome to another Monday night polyester blend. All out of sorts. I'll explain where I'm doing this from. I am definitely not in the Schledio. I'm broadcasting live. Thank you, sound engineer Janine. Thank you, producer Rob. People, I'm out and about. I'm at the beautiful Red Rock Hotel and Casino in, I say Southern. I say Las Vegas, but it's really Southern. It's the hoity-toity suburb of Las Vegas. It's where I like to stay. where I like to hang out. We need to get rid of that. Like to be here. It's a relaxing time for me, and that's why I come here. Because people, I rack my brain for the show every single day. I wake up. I go, oh, what could we do on Polyester Blend? What could we do? What could we do? Oh, I don't know. Great idea. Put it in the show. It happens. You laugh. You love it. That's what happens on the show. But after a while, my batteries are depleted, people. I'm running on fumes, so I got to get out. I got to get out on the road. I got to get down, which revitalizes me. Pure gambling action and ice hockey. Gets me going. Gets me going. I've talked about this before. So I'm out here in the wonderful Las Vegas, Nevada. Saw 2 hockey games. Hung out with a wonderful lady friend, Stephanie Perry, my love. And good friend who's been on the show never, but I've been trying to get him on the show, Tyler Ford. Tyler Ford and I hit the town. And I will tell you one of the things we did, which is really exciting. So people, I'm down here, saw 2 hockey games, Canucks on Thursday, and then my beloved Detroit Red Wings on Saturday. But then I wanted to stay. I was like, you know what? It's always fun to do the show from random places so I could do stuff like this. You can see here, I set up the whole Schledio situation, but mobile. People say it couldn't be done. I figure out a way to do it every week. So you can kind of see here. Oh, God, see, this is where it's going to go. The OBS, I have those fun cameras that move around. That didn't work. They didn't work. And in fact, I think I'm screwing up things more by doing this live. But just know I have the soundboards are all here. We've got all the different audio things that we need. Look at that, focusing live. One person, people, does this whole thing. One person, me. Your good friend, Ryan Schlegel. See, this is anamorphic, so that's why it's squeezed a little bit. Looks a little insane. Plus, I already can tell the audio's off from the video, but that's just what's going to have to happen here, people. Because we're mobile. I got this thing up and running, I don't know, 3 hours ago. I was debating the show, debating if we were going to do it. Again, the Zoom link, people, feel free to use the Zoom link. I was debating it to do the show or not. But I was like, you know what? The show must go on. I've got all this stuff. I lugged all this crap down here. I want to bring all this stuff down and not use it. So Clayton and I decided we'll do the show because our good friend, Ryan Bradford, seen here on our file photo. I think I have it right here. I swear I had it. That's a minute ago. Where is he? Oh, it's gone. Oh, here it is. Here's Ryan. Here's an image of Ryan Bradford, one of the 3 Husky boys. He won't be making it. He's got too much pizza to gnaw on. But we love him to death. We wish him the best. But Ryan Bradford will not be joining us here tonight. But Clayton Scrivener said he will. Momentarily. Clayton's joining us here momentarily. You can all join me. But tonight we are thinking of doing a couple of different things. So we're going to talk about some local hyper local news here and as well as Utah. We're going to do the cities quiz. And we're going to talk about whatever else you want because it's a mini show. We're kind of loose here tonight. You could tell I'm just riffing. Well, I kind of like the reflection. I kind of feel like you're living in a different world, Janine, producing the show as always. I don't know why. I guess I don't really need the Zoom going yet. Get rid of this. But people, see, that's the mirror behind me. We're entering a different world, and that's Vegas for you. You get that kind of entertainment anytime you go to Vegas. Anytime. But what I want to go over through a couple things here is not only did we lose Husky Boy, good friend of the show, Ryan Bradford, but there was another Husky Boy who we lost over the weekend. I want to explain. The Oscars happened, people. The Oscars.
Were you doing this solo?
I'm trying until you get here. You said
I need to put Charlie down.
What?
He needs to go to bed.
Well, thanks for joining for that.
I'm being a good host and balancing that with being a functional dad.
God bless you. God bless you. I'll keep going here. I'm going. I got Oscars talk.
Oh, solo Oscars talk?
Uh-huh.
That's amazing.
We're just going here.
So, what'd you think of that? What'd you think of that?
I'm going.
That John Cena.
If you're not going to add anything here, Jorts, come back when you're ready, all right? Come back when you're ready.
Did you just call me Jorts?
If you watch the Oscars, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. No, I watched some of it. I missed the Jorts.
You missed the Jorts? Well, guess what? We're going to talk about your shirt. Again, one of our favorites. Clay.
No, I'm wearing the shirt for the rest of the polyester blend.
I love it. It's your poly shirt.
It's polyester.
It's polyester. Look at this guy go.
Fiash.
All right, well, hurry,
Fiash
go do what you got so you can come back so I can.
Are you at the Red Rock Hotel?
Clay, I swear to Christ. I'm going through all of this stuff. I've already talked about this stuff because I only have so much I can talk about until I get you here. So, yes, I'm at the Red Rock.
That's beautiful. All right. I'm sorry. I'll go put my kid down.
But come back.
Of course I'm going to come back.
Well, please, don't leave me hanging out here.
Please, come back.
Give me a fucking life preserver. Clay will be back. Back to Ryan Schlegel, Oscar talk. But people, I bring up the Oscars because there was a moment that blew me all away. Because I was busy. I was ready for all the stars, the red carpet, ready for all of this stuff. And then fellow Husk, look at this. Now this is a proper Husk. Friend of the program, he's never been on, Jesse Plemons. And listen, it's like there is no bad turn Plemons into the Plemonade kind of thing when this guy's was on the screen. This guy's top notch. One of the best. I love him. But then he shows up. This fucking Oscars. And I felt like it was a like I felt betrayed. But probably for his health, the smartest thing he could do. But this man right here, look how svelte. Look how svelte he's got. Boom! There he is on the right. I can't scream like I normally can. I have to be careful here. There he is on the right. Husky boy, one of us. And look at this guy. And let me just say, the word, I mean, who knows? This guy probably did the work. Guy does the work every time he's on the screen. Does the work every time he's on the screen. But it looks like, if you guys all know that, the commercial, oh, Ozempic. Which, by the way, if this is what Ozempic could do for the Husky boys, Jesus Christ, give me a prescription right now. Who's a pharmacist out there? Who's our closest pharmacist to me right now? I need that Ozempic. I'm going to de-husk because that's something else about this trip. I ain't what I used to be, kids. I ain't what I used to be. Can't go like I used to. But Jesse on the left there gets de-schlubs. He de-schlubbed in the club. And he's out here. He times this perfectly with the Oscars. He's like, look at this. Me on the right, him on the left. Me on the right, him on the left. I'm so proud of him. So proud. People checking in on me so I can know what's going on. But people, Jesse Plant, we tip our hat to him. We tip our hat and say, way to de-schlub. You de-schlubbed in the club, and that's all we can ask for it. Also, this pick. There he is. It's like, yep, I'm super slim. And then Kristen Dunst, by the way, with the SIG. Come on now. Can't get enough of that. Just going to light one up in this, like, got to think how health conscious the Oscars are now. And you got the smoking section here. Come on now. So proud of these. Proud of these people just wailing on SIGs. Wailing on SIGs. But the Oscars as a whole, fantastic. I mean, let's be honest. It was fun. It was fun again. I'm sitting in a hotel room. This one. Steph and Tyler have to go catch a flight, so I got nothing. I got room service, pizza, salad. Love it. Just taking it easy because I know tonight I do the show. I get all stressed about it. So last night was just sitting around. Enjoying the wonderful Red Rock and its properties. And again, for those who didn't see, this is where I am. I'm not in Salt Lake. I'm not at the Schlettio. I'm not even really in Las Vegas. I'm over here in Summerlin. This is where the kids, the little fancy area. I'm going to say a little fancy stuff. Of course, Girk. Of course. I said everyone can join. Everyone can join. But this is the deal. Red Rock's fantastic. Stay for the pool. All all the great action, all that stuff, all the great food, great time, wonderful time. But I had these Oscars on. I see this Ryan Gosling, right? We all saw this, huh? The guy doing Barbie. Let's talk about things that happened. Kind of like this polyester blend without a net. What can I vamp about? What can I go on about? But I loved it. I saw that. Anyone else who saw it? It's fantastic. This guy's a fucking superstar. So handsome. His performance is out of this world. It's out of this world. I don't want to get dinged. But come on now. Speaking of don't want to get dinged, but this guy's he's one of the best out there. He does this every time he shows up on Polyester Blend. He does his own performance that people can't handle. He's our Ryan Gosling. His name is Robert Gerke. Gerke, you there with me?
Hey, man, I'm here, yeah.
God bless you. I need you. I'm vamping. I'm going on to fucking about Ryan Gosling, for Christ's sakes. I need someone to bounce off thing.
Well, I saw that. I tuned in and saw you were by yours. It was like there was a bat signal that was sent up. It's like, it's a husky boy signal.
Well, you know.
And I saw it, and here I am.
Here's what I'll say. I'm always interested, Kirk. I'm not opposed to just vamping. Now, most of America would be opposed to me doing that. But it's kind of fun to see what you can do just by yourself. I don't know. Do you ever talk to yourself on your drive, try to entertain yourself? This is kind of what that's like. You don't know what's actually working.
Right back. No, I'm not going anywhere. I'm never going to leave you, man.
God bless you. I need you. But you know what I mean, Kirk? I mean, this is why stand-up comedians need audiences. Because they tell them what's funny or not. But for me, I feel like I got it. I'll take care of it.
Well, you're knocking it out of the park so far.
God bless you. Thank you, my friend.
10 out of 10.
Well, my cameras, I was going to do a whole tour of the room, but one of my cameras that turn around and stuff isn't working. I mean, I'm working off of a limited computer here. It's not my powerful Schledio computer system. So I didn't realize that I've got two cameras going, this one and this one, but it said no to the third one. So I can't do a full.
We're stripping it down tonight.
Oh, speaking of stripping it down, he will be taking the shirt off and selling it for auction. Clayton Scrivener, the Podfather's with us. Clay, I was just saying I wanted to do a tour of the room, but I really can't. I'm stuck here with these two cameras. But I got two boys here, two husky boys. I'm so happy you guys are here. I was talking about this. Did you guys see our husky boy?
Yeah, the great de-schlubbing of the Jesse
great
Plemons.
de-schlub. Now he turns Plemons into Plemonade. You know what I mean?
Did you read his quotes about
no, I did.
What did
he say? What did he say?
I stopped eating terrible food.
God damn it! Is that all it is?
That's pretty much all it is.
Clay,
I mean, there are people that have chemical stuff, and
sure. I'm just saying. Here's what
I mean. He sounds like he was probably stressed eating bad food, which we've all shoveled
Clay
bad food in our mouths.
Clay, last night I was like, I need a salad, Caesar, dunk it in dressing, right? And then it's like, I'll take a pizza.
You dunked the dressing. You dunked the salad into the dressing. Yeah. You actually dipped
take your
the
time.
salad into the dressing.
If you need to leave and come back and figure that out, take your time. Take your time.
I was trying to make the dressing the base.
Right.
The salad was the accoutrement.
Well, first of all, they give me like a whole mason. I mean, it was so much dressing, and I don't have control. Clay, I don't have control.
They know their demographics there, dude.
But then I asked for a pizza, and this is room service, by the way. Didn't have to walk anywhere to get this food brought right to me. Okay?
That's some schlubs, bruh.
And then not only did they give me pizza, and I'm like, oh, it'll be like a slice or two. It's a whole fucking pizza, Clay. It's a whole pizza. But did I eat it all? No, because I have self-restraint. At least 1/3 or 1/4 of it's left, okay?
But you wailed on it for breakfast. That's cool.
I didn't wail on it for breakfast, but I did definitely have that hour before bed, I'll just have one more. And then I ate it and was like, why? What is this? This isn't going
to... that's not even as bad as Plemons got. I mean, that's not Killers of the Flower Moon.
It was the killer of him flowering continuing. I mean, he was like, he saw himself.
He bloomed.
He was like, you know what? That's enough. But the thing about Kristen Dunst was like, I'm fine with the husk. She jumped on.
That's what you gotta like someone who's good with a husk. Now, then you dehusk,
and then
you're like, I've dehusked.
Well, and I was saying this earlier, Clyde. This was the other thing. there she is wailing on some cigs.
Oh,
And
just
I'm
wailing
like-
on 6.
And
So,
I'm like,
whatever.
okay, come on now. Pro Husk, pro Sigs, come on now.
I
Come on
mean,
now.
Maybe she has her weaknesses, and so she understood his weaknesses.
Well, but they found each other, and that's what's amazing. Anyway, it's good for him to get healthy. We love it all. But this is the kind of stuff I'm seeing, Clay, because Tyler and Steph, that's who I came down here with, had a great time over the weekend, saw a Red Wing game, saw a Canucks game. So fun. Super fun.
Mm-hmm.
But then they left, and so I'm watching this business, and then I put on this thing, this Oscars business. But Clay, I got to
That's about when I joined. That's about when I joined. That Ken number sure was good.
Come on now. It's just pure.
So there's so many great, from a choreography standpoint. I don't know who did that, but I mean, it was reminiscent of the movie. The movie had a lot of great touches as far as like movement.
It's a great movie.
And right, it was a great movie, obviously, but like the performance of the Oscars did the movie justice in the way they used like creative movement, creative
yes,
camera angles.
It was old school
like
musical.
I don't know. I feel like I'm cynical and hard to like be like damn, but I do a lot of damn. Whoever was doing that, I say damn a lot when I see it. That's cool.
Well, the other
to make
thing,
a 47-year-old guy go damn.
But here's the other thing, Clay. I'm going to say, is that it's live, man. And you know how many things can go wrong live? I do.
Oh, and it does go wrong. There was plenty of things last night that flopped.
But they did that whole musical number. They did cuts, dancers, music. He's singing. Let's remember that. He's singing the whole time.
Is there a more confident human alive than that dude, though? I don't know.
It's disgusting.
I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, his confidence is... Actually, I like his confidence. That's the thing, is I don't like confident people generally, but I like his confidence.
That's a great way to put it, Clay. I hate confident people, but that kind of confidence... I'm into it.
He's got a special kind of confidence. Confidence that I don't hate.
No, I spent the whole weekend just being like, ugh, because Clay, here's the deal. I mean, I'm no spring chicken no more. I'm a millennial millennials are done here. We're done. We're not young. We're not young no more.
Ship has sailed.
It's especially me in 1985. It's over.
You're not even. What are you talking about? I'm Gen Z, babe. What are you talking about?
But I'm just saying.
We never even had a time.
I know it's true, but here I'm just saying this, Clay.
It's true.
This is my first weekend where, I show up and I've been having a fun couple days, right? And then last night was a chill out day. But I had hockey game. I had Tyler. I had another hockey game. And it was the first time in a long time where I was like, all right. like I can't, there's not like a never ending stream of energy, like it was like, I can't.
You needed a ramp down.
I needed the ramp down. And that's why it's kind of fun this week, or this show, where I can't really scream like I normally do, even though I probably will, because God knows they're going to come and shut me down.
This is Polyester Band Chill.
Chill. It's a Vegas edition, but we still
chilling, man.
We still have our normal stuff. How are you? Normally, I like to. How are you, my friend?
You're actually asking how I'm doing?
Well, I went through all the stuff I had in the reserve banks.
You must be out of material. No, I'm good, man. Put Charlie to sleep. I don't normally have him on Monday nights, but I'm leaving town on the weekend, so have him early. Man, life's good. I don't know. It was a great weekend. Did some house projects.
I love it. Now, Clay, I'm
going to Vegas twice at the end of the March.
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean,
now
we can talk about Vegas all day.
Well,
want to talk about Vegas?
We're going to talk. We have plenty. I've got plenty of Vegas topics, including this one, my friend. We were done with the Red Wing game, which is what we saw on Saturday, and I couldn't help but notice, Clay. We walked to the Park MGM, and
who won, by the way?
Vegas. Vegas. We can talk about it. I want to talk about this stuff in Sports Corner. But Clay, your favorite band, 311.
I saw that they played on 311.
Now, today is what, Clay? What's the date today?
Today is 311.
Thank you.
But they didn't play on 311.
They didn't play on 311. They played the last 2 days at the casino we happen to be at right after the game.
Oh, my God. Look at that graphic.
But Steph found this, and it'll be hard. Let me see if I can do this.
They don't stop. I mean, they don't reinvent themselves. They got the same graphics.
It's going to be
I like that.
It's going to be too dark. But, Clay, this thing here says on the top, a 311 pin community, all pinned up. Don't know what to do. 311, this thing here. Clay, you know what this is? This is a place to put your nuggets of weed, my friend. We found it on the ground, and I am definitely taking it back. It'll be
Oh my God. You found 311 Nug stash?
Steph found it. So, very exciting.
I assume Steph is downstairs playing some type of digital
She's back.
slots.
Oh, she's back. She's back in the I had
okay.
time, so I'm solo.
Oh, that's right. The work. Question I had for you is, I saw a lot of 311 memes obviously today, and the one that really got me was this. Is it true or not that in a Baltimore hotel, Scott Stapp on 311 challenged 311 to a fight? Is that true?
Oh, wait, the guy from Creed?
Yeah.
Creed
challenging 311 to a fight on 311 in Baltimore. Is that internet bullshit or is that real?
Let's find out. Oh, what a sentence, Clay. What a sentence. Scott Stapp in 311.
That's just. It says tussle. It says tussle. But was it on 311? No. It was in December.
We wonder though, don't we?
It was in Baltimore though. Apparently he came on the scene and he said, "I want to fight 311."
There's something I want to do. I figured out something today, Clay. And I already brought it up earlier, Clay. We were without our brother here tonight. We love him. He's not here. There's a file photo of Ryan Bradford. We love him so much. But
a long time since we've ridden the frontier without Bradford.
I know, and I love him, but I added a thing, and I just want to do this real quick. And I know he's not going to be able to do the show. We'll see if it works. But Clay, I figured out I had never done this on our show, but there is a capability. I'm going to try it right now. Okay, I'm trying it right now. Let's see if this works. No idea. He probably won't answer. Oh, this would be so great if he answered, but it's not. But there's a new functionality we have here on Polyester Blend where we can do phone calls. And so we
could do some lots of fun calls.
We are going to have that as in our, just so no, Clay, just if you want, we need to call someone, we can do it at any moment. They will hear our.
Could we call your mom?
I mean, we could.
Yeah, exactly. We could call your mom.
We could call my mom. Are we going to do it? No, because then she's going to be like, "What are you doing? What's going on?"
I love your impression of your mom. If she doesn't talk like that, if I ever get to meet her, I'm very disappointed.
She does not.
Ryan, what are you doing? Ryan.
Anyway,
Ryan Schlangle.
Back to
my offspring.
She does usually call me her offspring. Clay, back to this. What do you know? I can't read this during.
It was just like a meme that I saw over and over again today. Like, do you really celebrate 311 Day? Well, if you celebrate 311 Day, you should know this history where Scott Stapp came into a bar in Baltimore and rolled up on the scene and said, quote, "I want to fight 311.
Okay, first of all, what's insane is that it's not 311 versus Creed, right? Now, 311
It's
last time
Scott Stapp versus
Scott
311.
Stapp versus now. Last time I checked, Scott Stapp is how many humans, Clay? How many?
One human,
one
but
human.
he takes it higher.
He does take it. But Clay, according to Wikipedia, at least today, they might have had maybe one more member back then. But we're talking a minimum of 5 members of 311. So as much as I want to goof on Scott Stapp, I mean,
By the way, is that a conspiracy theory? Because 311, 3 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5.
Whoa.
Dude.
Well, there's also the whole thing about isn't there something like 3 times the 11th letter is KKK or something like that? I mean,
right.
But I don't think I'm not getting a hard. I'm getting more of a vibe. I'm not getting a hard.
I'm not getting a hard racist vibe from 311.
No.
I'm getting a lot of vibes from 311. Not all of them positive, but I'm not getting KKK vibes unless it's
now, Clay,
deeply embedded.
Clay, be honest. Be honest, Clay. I need you to be honest.
I'm always honest here on this program.
Do you ever
have I ever
purchased a 311 album? Just go ahead. Just tell me.
No, I haven't. Or no.
Now we know that there's.
I like. Are you just not even going to ask me whether I purchased a Creed album?
I mean,
or just trust me?
Have you ever purchased a Creed album?
Not knowingly.
Okay, not knowingly. What does that mean? It's like
I might have.
If I get to your house, if we do,
there are parts of my life I don't remember.
If we do a whole FBI tear out every drawer, rip out the mattress, Clay, will we find like a stash of Creed albums somewhere?
No, I think the only crazy album I own was that Korn record that was gifted to me randomly
Oh, I love that. It's one of my favorites of all time.
and re-gifted back recently on my 47th birthday.
Oh, I want to talk about that. By the way, I want to talk about something I can't, but we can talk about it after hours about treasure hunting and stuff like that. I'll tell you about it later for the after hours. But let me just tell you this, Clay. We like to do the Wikipedia game on here. We already know that we already know that 311 is a band. My question for you, Clay, what year do you think 311 started? And they're still going to this day. What year do you think they started? And if Girk's here too, you could join in too, Girk, if you have a guess.
Yeah, Girk, you can jump in. Is it closest to the hole?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna say 1993.
Okay. Girk, what do you got?
That was about exactly what I was going to guess, so I'll go a year earlier. Well, now I'll go 1992.
Girk gets it. 1988, you guys.
Oh, jeez. I bet you they sounded a lot different when they first started.
Take this in. Just take this in. This band has been around for 35 years. Just think about that. 35.
You know what trips me out? That's 22 years longer than the Beatles were around.
100%. Let's also
Which means 2 times as good.
We got to start thinking that the Beatles suck and 311 should be the.
Did you see 311 just for 311 Day today? Did a Tiny Desk concert.
I was just going to say, I was going to play
it. It was amazing to see the metamorphosis of their faces. Because I'm like, these guys are only a couple years older than me. Am I going, like, I continuously trip out about peeps looking old, and I look in the mirror and I feel vibrant.
You should, and you look.
I don't feel like a hollow husk.
We know I'm 85. I already feel like a hollow husk. I look at the mirror and I'm like,
Is that what we mean when we call ourselves Husky Boys? I thought
no. It's a double entendre.
Entendre. We're husky and husky.
Like you're an empty husk or you're full husk.
When you're husk, oh man, Jesse.
Je ne sais quoi. You know you're husk when you're husk. You know what I mean?
Our boy Jesse, he saw the husk coming, and he pre-husked or he dehusked before he husked. You know what I mean, Clay?
My husky boy.
He knew to get rid of it.
Boy.
But you know, he was just doing it so he could get that Ozempic ad campaign.
Oh, God bless him.
Solid play.
Oh.
Ozempic, I was thinking you should cut me a 3-year contract for $12 million because I just dehusked.
By the way,
which bodes me the question: would I dehusk for $12 million?
Would I take Ozempic tomorrow? Yes. So I don't even need to. There's no financial. I'll just take it. Here's the deal, though. The last part of this question, though, is we always ask, how many studio albums do you think 311 has? How many studio albums closest to the whole?
Is it more or less than 311?
It is definitely less. I'm sorry to say. This is very much less.
I'm going to say 14.
Oof. Girk?
I think it's probably 11 or 3, but let's go with 11.
Clay gets that one. 13 studios. So 1, 3, switch it, add 1, 3, 11, 1, 3, 1, 3.
Got a tiebreaker question?
I did. Oh, where are they from? What city in America?
Closest to the pen?
Closest to the pin. I love that geographically.
Yeah. No, don't look it up on the internet, Gerke. I want to say Lincoln, Nebraska.
For some reason, I thought they were from Santa Monica, California.
Final answer?
I know I won this. I know they're from the Midwest. Chill.
Clay wins by like a landslide. Omaha, Nebraska.
I was in the
You're
right
in
state.
the state, baby. You're in the right state. All right, we're in the
Lincoln is where all the cool bands come from. Bright Eyes, Rilo Kiley.
Yes.
311 comes from Omaha. My bad.
By the way,
so do the Lions and the Bears from Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
What was that? What was that? That thing that's going to be in Vegas in the fall. We talked about it on that thread. What is it? The
Friends Forever concert.
Yeah. Okay. I was trying to talk to Tyler and stuff about this. I actually don't have a lot of bands in that. Do you?
Yeah, it's a weird curation. I mean, I would go see the shit out of Jesus Lizard because
Okay,
I've seen them 3 times in my life, and that is like a full on.
That's not it.
That's like seeing like WrestleMania and the height of WrestleMania.
Yes, Girk. Did you? Well, it wasn't. Was it? It wasn't Friends Forever. What is it called? It's called
Oh, it's called Friends Forever.
Was it Friends Forever? Did you see this, Girk? You know this this concert that we were talking about the other day. Did you see this?
I did not. I probably canceled my Google.
Oh yeah, Best Friends Forever. That's what it is. Best Friends Forever. So here's the thing. I was thinking about this. This does seem in my wheelhouse, but the only band that actually had albums that's on here is Murder City Devils. Murder
Okay, first
City
of all,
Devils.
wait. No Sunny Day Real Estate.
I had
no
one-
Unwound.
I had 2 singles.
No
by-
Built to Spill. No Pinback. What the fuck are you
I
talking
had
about?
singles by all of them. No albums. The only album, the only artist here that I got one of their albums was Murder City Devils.
I saw Mannequin Poontang last year at Cold Court. It was good, but I mean, Pinback is
Pinback's great.
always great.
Yeah, Pinback's
Unwound is like one of the most unappreciated Pacific Northwest bands ever, but also sick live. I saw them at Liquid Joe's once. Jesus Lizard is like a force of nature. Bright Eyes, I could give a shit about. Cap and Jazz, I don't know who they are. And then Sunny Day Real Estate, a great band for a lot of people that loved it. I just am a casual observer of them. So like the top line, I believe I have no vested interest in. Really.
You know, I could see that. I could see that. Girk, I mean, this is none of your stuff.
There's some jewels below.
Girk's
Jewels below. And then of course Salt Lake's finest form of rocket.
I know, former rocket there. That's really cool. Kirk,
We got Peter McCowsk in the house.
you're more of like your era is more like a Fog Hat, right, Girk? Like if Fog Hat's not on the bill, you're not going through it. Is that fair to say?
If there was some chubby checker on here, I'd probably be there.
1 o'clock, 2 like I only what's that guy like
I found my thrill.
Rock Around the Clock is the only thing. Like I want the original rock and rollers. That's what Gerke wants.
I mean, Built to Spill's a great live show.
But they
You can
play
see
in
that.
They play in
They
Salt
seem like kind of the odd band out in this lineup.
Also, they play in Salt Lake every 5 days. Like, and
Yeah,
I
they're
love,
a
and I
band
love
I've seen the most.
and I love them. They're a great band. Let's do this. Let's go. You guys want to do a song, or you want to go right into point of order? What do you think, Clay?
How long is point of order?
Actually, we have some stuff. I got enough. I tried to fill that up.
Let's do a break. I got to pee.
Okay, I'm
let's
gonna
talk about the music theme real quick.
Yes,
Theme.
play the
since-
music theme. I'm gonna play.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, you say, but I got to play my song first because I haven't loaded yours up yet. But go ahead.
Sure. The music theme is gaming, gambling, action. He's in Vegas. I'm from Vegas. There's so many songs about action, gambling, degenerate behavior. This was easy. This was like reflex. I didn't even have to look anything up. I just immediately thought of my 2 favorite gambling songs and gave them to Schlegel. So,
And I'm gonna play
lay it
those.
on us.
But the first song, I actually did this, Clay. I went with the idea.
You did Vegas, baby.
Well, so I did Vegas, but here's why I would say it still works with what you're saying. When I come down here, one of my favorite things to do is go see the Vegas Golden Knights, put some action on the game, and then, but so they're kind of one and the same. Vegas action all together. A song I already loved, and I think all of us here love, but they play right before the game starts. It's a perfect song that it's right in our wheelhouse. They play it. It makes so much sense. Of course, I'm referring to what? George Benson, Give Me the Night. Give Me the Night, because it's right before the Knights play. Give Me the Night.
I like that.
So,
I like that groove.
So in the stadium, in T-Mobile, they play Give Me the Night because it's about the Golden Knights. I'm going to play this for 3.5 minutes, get us all set, and then we come back with point of order. Thanks for this.
You're only playing your song.
Yeah, just because I want to get back, and then I don't have any of yours loaded up. Well, I could play. Well, actually, I could play yours.
No. We don't need a 6-minute break. Let's come right back after this. We can play mine after point of order.
I'll get yours set up. People,
You play that Ry Cooter one. Okay, cool.
3 minutes. We'll be back with Polyester Blend. More fun. Thanks for being here on a crazy episode.
A glass of wine, a little late romance. It's a chain reaction. station. We'll see the people of the world coming out to dance. 'Cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. So give me the night. Give me the night. So come on out tonight and we'll leave the others on a ride through paradise. And if you feel alright, then we can be lovers. 'Cause I see that starlight look in your eyes. But don't you know we can fly? Just give me the night. Give me the night. Cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. So give me the night. Give me the night. So come on out tonight and we'll leave the others on a ride through paradise. And if you feel alright, then we can be lovers. 'Cause I see that starlight look in your eyes. Don't you know we can fly? And if we stay together, we'll feel the rhythm of the evening taking us up high. Never mind the weather. We'll be dancing in the street until the morning light. 'Cause there's music in the air and lots of loving everywhere. So give me the night. Give me the night. Give me the night. Give me the night. Give me the night.
Come on.
Give me the night.
I love Utah.
Alcohol,
Give me the night.
booze.
George Benson.
So give me the night.
I spelled it Knights because that's the way the Golden Knights spell. Because they, it's like when everyone's getting ready to sit down, get ready for the game. That's when they play George Benson. Give me the night.
Yeah, that is a song. That is a song. Yeah.
And
Well
that-
done.
That beat is fat.
Unbelievable song. Unbelievable song. And by the way, one of the best. I mean, every time I go, it's so fun seeing the Golden Knights. Now, I did see an oddity, gentlemen. I got to tell you
Great
about
sports
this.
atmosphere.
Well, I guess I could save this for Port of Order or for because we're gonna have to get through some Clayton's sports roundup, my friend. I'll get to that, I guess, in a second. Let's get right into it. Let's get into
Sure.
what we're doing. We do, of course, we're a Utah show, but I'm in Nevada, so we got a little hyper Nevada news. We got a little hyper Utah news. Either way, it's a segment we love and cherish. It's called Point of Ordah. Everybody, Clay, I wanted to start this off because I still question it.
Are you talking about the picture of the royal family?
We could talk about that.
I still question it.
Clay, this is
I was like, maybe I was going around today. I was like, I don't care. I don't care who photoshopped the picture. I don't care.
Forget how much.
Is she okay? I mildly care. From a humanity perspective, I want everyone to be good.
That's my thing,
alive.
right? It's just like, listen, I don't have.
I don't care about photoshopping though. Like the only shops I care about are shops on this show.
And I also don't have. I don't goof a lot about like, hey, is someone missing or dead? Like, well, that's not funny. Like, that's just like not good. That's not a good situation. And not. The
You're not a sociopath. Okay, that's why I associate with you. Cool.
I try to avoid it, my friend, but I also can't help but love and be attracted, not avoid these kind of stories. Clay, I was wondering if you saw this. This was the news on my way down here last week. Clay, did you see the story about man stung in testicles by scorpion while sleeping on the Las Vegas Strip, my friend? Did you? He was in a hotel room, unnamed hotel, and he was stung in the testicles by these.
I'm just disappointed he was in a hotel room. I wanted him to be sleeping on the strip.
Clay.
Because I want someone to be plenty of people get their testicles stung on the strip while they're sleeping. This guy was in a room.
Clay, my question is this.
Holy crap. I love
that thing is vicious looking though, dude. Holy crap.
There's photos, gentlemen. There's
what, he got
photos.
his undies?
So my question is this, gentlemen. First of all, Clay, you're a man who we love Vegas. You showed me that. You opened my eyes to Las Vegas. That's why I come down here. I love it so much. But Clay, you grew up here. Tell me, be honest. Again, the kind of theme so far here tonight is you're being honest during this show. Clay, growing up here, were you ever stung in the testicles by a scorpion? And you lived here.
No. I was bit on the penis head by a black ant, but I was never
hold on.
stung by a scorpion.
Clay, let's take a side trip real quick. Let's go back to the penis. What was it? Black ant bite? What was this going on? What happened?
There's a
here?
black ant sitting on the penis.
Okay. And how old were you? Or is this fever dream?
I bet I was 8, 9 years old.
Okay.
Penis swelled up though.
Now, here is the photo Clayton just sent over to me. This is unbelievable. Now, this is the actual photo of the ant chomping down on your wangus right there.
Oh, Jesus, man. That's
so
what it
picture
looked
that
like.
flesh. That flesh is.
Wait, the question is, did they bite with their faces or their asses? Like, what's going on there?
I don't know. This could be like some sort of a British royalty photo where it's manipulated. We don't know.
I was gonna say that's a double sting.
Now,
Yeah, it was traumatic, but no, never scorpion on the testes. You know, when I was growing up there, I never actually saw a scorpion.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I only saw them as an adult, and I've seen a ton as an adult when I bought property there as a 30-something-year-old.
Right.
There were scorpions there all the time, but I never saw them as a kid.
I'm going to say this right now. I've been here not nearly as much as you did growing up, and I have actually never seen a scorpion yet, knock on plaster. My thing is this, though. Oh, hopefully I didn't wake up the person next to me when I knocked on it. But Clay, the thing is this. It's a tiny squirps. To get all the way to a hotel room? I mean, it's not.
That's a tiny. Oh, okay. It looks way bigger there.
Yeah, look
but
at
the other thing is for
this one.
size. I get that. Okay.
And it makes sense. I mean, cockroaches get up in pipes, scorpions. I mean, we're all in the desert here. Girk, I mean, worst nightmare? I mean, where are you at on this? Are you fine? Would you be fine being stung in the testes?
Would I be fine with it? No, probably not fine.
Okay, you're not. You wouldn't be fine. That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, it could be much worse. Snakes. You've seen the stories about the snakes that come out of the toilet and bit a man's scrotum.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, this is the police report.
Yeah. Well, this is the incident report. Location of the incident: in bed and suite. Please, using your own words.
Is that the cop's handwriting? That looks like it was written by a 7-year-old.
I have been bitten by a scorpion at my groin testicles.
This is like a third-year-old book report.
Well, I know
for
that-
a third grader's book report.
We keep working on this, Clay. You showed that you were thinking about getting the Oregon State Lotto logo for your tattoo. Mine might be just the sentence: "I have been bitten by a scorpion at my groin testicles."
Groin/testicles.
That's a lot of area for that to be hidden. I mean, and then the best is like if the language isn't clear, there's a little X. You see that, Clay? A little X on the testes right there. 2 X's. Could be 2.
Show me where the bad creature bit you.
Oh, it was at the Venetian, Clay. I see right here.
Oh, he bit him in the Venetian.
Bit him right in the Venetian.
Hit him right in the Venetian. Next to the deference, it's got him right in the Venetian.
What are your injuries, or what did you sustain? A lot of pain. Rough stuff, Clay. Your thoughts on this situation? I mean, you think this guy is?
I just wonder if this is real. Like,
That's my thing.
Is this real? I need some veracity here.
This feels like a guy that wants his room combed.
That's
right. So he's going to stick a scorpion in his pants, and then go to the Venetian and say, "I have a lot of pain in my groin."
I have a lot of pain.
Also, this happened right in between Christmas and New Year's, by the way.
And by the way, I'm going to need a lot of credits at the slot tournaments and maybe some more casino credits because.
And possibly a comped meal. Wait.
Wait, scroll down. Is that the lawyer and the guy?
What do we got here? Yep, left.
The lawyer and the guy.
Oh, he's got F. Murray Abrams as his lawyer, so I guess that's okay.
By the way, might need to do this. We might need something with this with the shop next week because these guys are these characters here. I mean, this.
They don't look like
My-
the scorpion.
My client was bit on the testicles and/or taint.
It's my testicles. I got bit on the guy on the left is like, yeah, right on the testicles. Happened right there. This guy, like the guy speaking looks like the attorney, right? The one with the hat, the fedora.
Yeah.
And by the way, like when you always, Clay, how do we get this guy on a retainer for Polyester Blend where whenever we need him to speak for us, attorney wise, he's our guy. Like we just always cut to
Gonna
like,
get us out of jail.
yeah, the Polyester Blend's testicles. We worry about. We got to worry about him, and I'm here to take care of it. And like Clay, when's the next time you're going to see this guy on a billboard, like #1 testicles lawyer in the Vegas area? You know what I mean, Clay?
Have you been bit by a scorpion in the testicles?
Oh, people. Speaking of,
97% winning ratio.
he's starting to make more and more.
www.scorpionwins.com.
He's starting to make more and more appearances on the show, which is, I mean, great or scary. We don't know, but family member of the.
Oh shit, we got Jordan in the house.
Well,
Great.
he always takes 20 hours for him to join, but I want to know if
He's going to talk about. He's going to have some Golden Knights information.
Well, I also want to know: does he have scorpion testicle Las Vegas? I mean, this also might be something else he brings to our attention. We'll stand at attention. For
Jordan has scorpion testicles. It runs in the family. It's a thing.
a pants full of scorpion testicles. Jordan, true or false? You've ever been struck by a scorpion in the testicles in your Las Vegas time?
No,
Jordan.
Where am I? Am I on screen?
You're on screen, baby.
Can you hear me? I can't see myself. 1 second. Well, anyway.
You got to look at the Zoom, baby.
Oh, there it is.
Look at the Zoom.
I see me.
I like
What's
how
up?
it comes in sort of haphazard to a show.
Hey, what's
that
going
he
on?
doesn't produce.
He's learning.
That's
He's
cool.
learning. He's learning that you look at the Zoom.
I feel like I'm part of the team already.
You really are. But now, how are those testicles, and have they ever been struck by a scorpion?
Not a scorpion and not on the testicles, but
Has been strucken.
Black ant on the penis?
a red ant on the tongue.
Wow. These Scrivener
Those
boys.
ants were pretty vicious in the 80s and
These
90s in
Scrivener
Vegas. They would
boys with
just
their
they would
AIDS.
infiltrate.
Oh,
It's true.
Also, our parents had subpar extermination skills.
they're just actually putting ants into the house. Well, anyway, this is very disturbing stuff. Vegas.
The ants were there to get rid of the flies, which were there to get rid of anyway. Were we not even going to discuss the results of the hockey match last night?
Oh, well,
match.
hold on. Hold on, Clay.
Oh wait, we're waiting for the sports round.
We'll get the sports round. But anyway, these are your attorneys. We might have to do a shot.
Rate
with
of
them
play.
next week.
Rate of play.
Rate of play. By the way, the one thing I was blown away, Clay, that it's not on this one. But yes, rate of play, my friend, rate of play. Next one, I just want to say, hey, we just want to, Polyester Blend, wish you the best of luck. A guy we really care about. We just want to give John Huntsman, former governor of Utah, a real good luck at being the CEO of MasterCard, or the vice chairman, I should say. Couldn't even be the president of MasterCard.
Of strategic growth.
Yeah, Clay.
That sounds like the vice president of predatory lending.
This guy, like one of the most I wanted to be president. Now I'm the vice.
How can
chairman.
we grow our base with a 17% APR?
Clay?
I know I wanted to be president once, but this is my true call.
Clay, just shitty. I mean, I'm assuming if you work for a credit card company.
How can we get Clayton to buy that
Well-
Afghan off Amazon?
But Clay, a strategic growth. Great point. Clay, I mean, you don't become president. You kind of have it in the back of your head that you deserve it because he ran for it. He thinks he thought he was, and he was legitimately eligible. But that means that you really had to have a vision that you were going to be president. And then you switch over to vice chairman of a credit card, which I have to say, if you're going to be a vice chairman of something and want to make money, being that of a credit card company, got a lot of money, right? A lot of money with that. Clay,
I think second only to a chairman of the board of a casino. I mean, it depends which casino. I think credit card companies probably doing more.
There's some really good synergy opportunities there. You should get him on the line and see if he can leverage that casino/credit card.
Try the El Cortez MasterCard.
Strategic
The El
growth.
Cortez MasterCard. It's like got a low 33% interest rate, and fees are only $250 a month.
People,
But how correct me if I'm wrong, Gurky, how does vice president, first of all, vice chairman and president, why do you have to be both? I don't understand that, of strategic growth, not say, how do we get more suckers in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the whole job. But the thing about it is, it's not an easy job because they've really credit cards have been pretty aggressive in trying to get suckers in the game.
True.
So there aren't a lot of untapped wells out there.
Strategic growth. I'm also like,
well, he can mimic his
when people talk about the Illuminati, Clay, and then
I was going to say something inappropriate, but yes.
I was going to say, like, he's the chairman on MasterCard. He's also on the board of Ford and the board of Chevron. Just like, oh yeah, maybe we should start talking about that Illuminati more and more.
Now, why do these corporations put him on the board? Is it because he has access to Huntsman money?
Well,
capital?
Like,
if they need an infusion of capital? I don't even understand how billionaire stuff works.
And like, he didn't make that money. Am I wrong, Gurky? Like, it was his dad. Like,
I mean, yeah, it was his dad, but like he's got political connections that they want to exploit. So, yeah.
What a dumb life. And here we are I'm doing a show from Red Rock. Never been done before. Am I on the board of anything? I mean, I should be at like Viacom's board of strategic hotel room productions. I mean, look what I'm doing.
I'm on your board, dude.
You're always on my board.
That's just a fact. That's actually just a fact.
And I love you so much for it. The next thing I want to
You are the chairman of Bubble Craps.
Oh, dude.
I am the chairman of Bubble Craps, and let me tell you, that is waning. That organization is waning.
I sent
sir.
Clay some stuff. Well, after the next break, I want to bring that up, Clay.
Look, I want you to play the next break. I want you to play my song because the first song I picked is all about craps.
Okay, and then Gurky, just get ready for some bombshell
Bubble Craps news.
Bubble Craps news, which is very disappointing. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to bring up is this. I love this map from the fine people at the Tribune. Don't know anyone who works there, but just love this. Like, hey, did you want a map of who voted for Trump? And then it's like,
I saw that.
Oh yeah, that one that the whole state. I mean, I appreciate it, but it's like, yeah, I kind of figured. By the way, Clay,
look at oh man, look at Paiute County.
I was gonna say, Clay, Paiute County and fucking Beaver County.
Well, the most educated folks in Utah live in those two counties. I mean, it's just,
let's
those
not
are
forget
just facts.
Millard would be mad if I didn't bring up them. I'm gonna give a couple shout outs.
I like how that was like, yeah, that is. Those are. Did the Tribune have to pay a swatch company to come up with a couple more shades of red?
By the way, Nikki,
have you guys ever been bitten by a scorpion in Beaver?
I've been bitten by a beaver and never mind. But like what I want,
Nikki Haley, baby.
Nikki Haley could not show her face in Paiute County. By the way, not a good time for her down there.
Did that say 14 people voted for her?
Jesus, probably. I have to zoom in a little bit. Hold on, guys. Hold on. 7.9. Just says 7.9. So whatever the voting percentage.
So that was 7 people.
Probably. But Clay,
that's some good stuff.
Let's go for the positive. Carbon County, not as bad. San Pete, severe. Iron.
I mean, Trump only lost by 9% in Utah, which I would consider a victory. When you look at places like Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, where he was putting up 40-point victories.
Right.
I was just gonna mention that these maps, while I think that they are what they are, but where are all the people? Like we're looking at the people versus the land. And if you look at where the people live, Nikki Haley did okay.
Yeah, you're right. And even Washington County is the one that I'm like, again, I constantly think Gurky is maybe a total loss when it comes to a county in the state of Utah. Like we might just have to give up on Washington County as people I want to talk to. Not the worst, but like, yeah, you're right. The major metropolitan, the Wasatch Front, which, Clay, as Clay and you and
hold on, the true harbinger. What does Washington County look like?
Well, that's what I was saying. If you look at it here down at the bottom, it's not. It's not as bad as I thought. Yeah. 23% versus 76. I mean, I honestly thought that's actually pretty good for Washington. But here's the other thing.
But you know, the sad thing will happen, and I mean, like, I don't love the presidential election, but the sad thing is in November, we all know what will happen.
Oh yeah.
Biden will lose by 35 points, and that's fine, I guess.
Can you go back to the map real quick? I actually hadn't looked at what Grand County
Hold
did.
on.
I like those people. I like those guys. Hot take on the map.
We'll deal with it later.
All right, we'll talk to
Kirsten Dunst makes me want to smoke cigarettes while looking at the map.
I know. God, it's the dream.
I haven't smoked a cigarette in 2 months, boys.
God bless for you. God bless for you. Yeah, we'll talk about this a little bit later. The other thing, what was the last thing I wanted to bring up about our? I think that might have been it, unless Clay. Oh, this is the last. An ongoing story here in Polyester Month that I just can't get enough of is
the flag.
Well, so Dan McKay, right, was the guy who championed the new flag, and he's not exactly lined up with us politically, right, Clay? He's not exactly our kind of guy, right?
Right, but to his credit, he rejected the woke flag narrative.
I just can't get enough of how much he has to defend his new flag by and have to go against these people on his side politically, because he's always retweeting this stuff of like people like going after these flag supporters and all this stuff. And it's like, these are your people, man. Like, you couldn't even you set them loose, and now you got to try to contain him. But he's always
the thing with any political ideology, there will be always someone that's your like funhouse mirror, right? The distorted version of the animal you created, right? So like, that is the Restore Utah flag. That is the woke Utah flag, people. That is the right. That is like the that is like the funhouse mirror for a lot of these guys, and it's like they reject them. To be their credit, they reject them quite effectively. But I thought it was interesting, with the flag celebrations. They looked kind of dud, but also like there was no coverage of like the angry right mob wanting to take down the flag. It just because
it wasn't that much.
Like,
I mean, we talked.
It'll go away. It'll fade away. They'll find some other shiny object to rail against.
Yeah, and we talked about it on the show a bunch. Because I was obsessed with like them and like they never gave a shit about the old flag. Really, they know.
No,
they don't care. No. It was just like
there was a tweet about vote for which flag you think looks best on the flagpole. I had an American flag at the top, and then I had the new Utah flag, and the other one that was getting a lot of votes in this poll was actually not the Utah flag. It was like the Illinois flag or whatever, just blue flags that nobody can recognize. So they were so outraged, they would just rather have the,
I mean, the fact is the flag acknowledged indigenous cultures, and that is woke,
right?
And how dare you?
The idea that
the other one was a Civil War flag, it was a Union flag with, by the way, a state that was completely split on that. I just the leftover crap from that flag debate. Luckily, it was pretty niche. I mean, like, I don't know, Gurky, what do you think? Like maybe 75,000 people cared in a state of 3.5 million.
I think they got something like 80,000 signatures.
Right. So 80,000 people cared. Maybe 40,000 of those people actually cared. Maybe 20.
Wait a minute, guys. We haven't checked in on the Restore Utah's flag Twitter feed for a while. Again, 518. I didn't realize they put out a video, guys. Didn't know about this. Let's see if we can just watch a little bit of this. This is a 2-minute video about how they just like the future. Hold on.
They haven't tweeted since December 18th, 2023.
This is a pin thing here. Hold on.
Okay.
The symbols of Utah's flag are rich with meaning. Each element reveals Utah's unique culture.
This guy definitely sounds like he's a eunuch.
AI. It's all motto.
It's an established pattern of hard work and the remarkable productivity of our people.
Uh-huh.
The sago lilies on each side of the beehive
I know,
are
we
there
have-
honoring the lore of Utah.
Symbolize vaginas.
And signifies peace, cooperation, hollowed ground, and coming together. The arrows are there to represent Utah's readiness to defend the U.S. Constitution.
Oh, shut the
Get
fuck
out
up.
of here with that shit.
That is
Get
such a
outta
stretch.
here.
As the arrival of those that built a territory, and 1896
Was
when
one
was
arrow
seized.
shot
These
in
dates
defense
are
of our
reminders that with
Constitution?
faith, patience,
It's
and
so funny,
long-suffering,
Clay. Everything's
all things
TikTok.
are possible.
It's all vertical now.
The serene blue field, like the sky above, represents our limitless opportunities and boundless aspirations.
Get the
Jesus
fuck
Christ.
out of
This,
here.
this is
No,
seriously.
get the
This is
fuck
such.
outta
This is
here.
such. This is so inaccurate.
All things are possible.
Clay, did you ever know that the
The blue field symbolizes.
Can you go back to about like 2 seconds, 3 seconds into it?
Mhm.
Right. Then keep going just a little bit further. Just a little bit further. A little further. There. Those bees are gonna sting that man's penis.
Our people, the sago lily.
That's Dan This is Did you know that the flag represented Dan McKay's penis? And these are the people.
Did you know
who,
Dan
like,
McKay has a side urethra?
He pees out the
It's
side.
right on the side of his penis head.
And these are the,
It's unfortunate because it actually just goes straight up in the air.
Our people, the sago lilies.
Sure sign of a commie.
oh my god.
Side penis head.
We need to make a version of this.
That video was the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. That was dumb. And I've seen a lot of dumb videos. That was poorly made AI bullshit.
I really want to make a version of that for us. Like, did you ever see the polyester blend flag? These 3 boys are 3 husky boys for 3 sizes of pants. You have to
Possible.
get over the large. We have to do something with this. By the way, Phil Lyman is probably totally into this, by the way, right? He's totally like, oh, I'm going to get the flag back. Anyway, Ordah, get these people out of here. Ordah. I think that's it for Utah. I think then, yeah, we can go into sports roundup, which means we'll play Clayton's next song. And because I want to get to that, Clay. I want to talk about that. Talk about sports. Clay, do you want to explain your first song here? We're just going to play one of them. Which one are we playing first?
We're playing the Ry Cooder song, and the reason we're playing it is because I know we're gonna after this segment we're gonna go into sports roundup, and I'm sure that's gonna talk about gaming news, and we'll do a deep dive about bubble craps, your love, and
yes.
The first time I ever made a substantial amount of money gambling was at this game. It's called Craps, and if you would we could turn the
I know,
computer over
you've got that
to
beautiful
this.
El
That
Cortez.
is a 1940s El Cortez poster on how to play craps. Right there.
I love
This is a song about craps by Ry Cooder, who is prolific. I don't even need to talk about all the stuff he's done, but I mean, like, one of his The Social Club, 50 records. He's written a ton of songs you've known. Anyway, Ry Cooder's I Got Mine. It's a song about craps.
Can't wait to talk about this. I also want to say, Clay, I have a new segment on Polyester Blend called Numbers, and I'll explain that later on.
Can't wait. Are you going to start a numbers racket here on Polyester Blend?
No. We're not going to try any illegal gambling here. Not yet. Maybe in the future here. But here's the deal. It's our good friend Clayton Scrivener's choice. Right here is I Got Mine, right?
I Got Mine by Ry Cooder.
Here we go.
Pay attention to lyrics. This is a great story.
Okay. One song set. We come back with Clayton Sports Roundup. Thanks for being here. Polyester Blend. Poly Blend.
Now I went down to the big crap game. Certainly was against my will. I lost every doggone nickel I had, but a greenback dollar bill. $40 bet laid on the floor. My buddy's point was 9. Well, the police, they coming now, caught all of them, but I got mine. I got mine. Let me tell you, I got mine. Grab that money out the back door. I went flying. barber shop is way across town, down on North Walker Street. Only this place on a Saturday night, us gamblers cares to meet. Some comes in for a haircut, and others come for a scrap. When you see me and my buddies up there, man, we means to shoot some crap. Hollin', 7, 11, whoops. Come. If you don't 7, 11 dice, I'm done. Now if I see the police before he sees me, I'm gonna run. I'm the leader of society since I got mine. I went down to my best gal's house, and the hour was just about 9. I wasn't dressed up like Henry Ford, but I was feeling just as fine. I caught her sitting on another man's knee, and I didn't like that sign. Well, I told him what I thought about it, boys, and I got my time because the rascal grabbed a shotgun load and I got mine.
Come on now. Clay, why have I never heard that song from you before? My God in heaven. It's right up my damn alley. This is Crap's story. Unbelievable. And as always, when I'm broadcasting, Clay, you're muted? Why is everyone muted?
Yeah, I'm muted. I was like, I like how you put Rye Coder.
Oh shit!
So I'm like,
what
the hottest coder in Silicon Valley is Rye Coder. Anyway,
trying to do so
yes,
much, Clay. Trying to do so much.
My favorite verse in that song is about the barbershop. Like, some people come to get their hair cut. I come to shoot some crap. Anyway,
Clay, it was good stuff.
thank you.
Loved it so much. Wait, Jordan, by the
He
way,
gets blasted at the end, by the way, for trying to cheat at a crap game. But
I love it. Jordan, did you want to? I feel like, did we get to the actual story you wanted to tell?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you, baby.
Okay. Hold on one second. Let me close the door for this.
There's a bunch of like high school or elementary students out there on a field trip right outside his door.
Hi, what's up?
Go ahead, Jordan.
I didn't really have a story other than I was a small child and I was really into various animals, snakes, leopards, gorillas, cheetahs.
Cool animals, by the way. All cool.
Yeah, thank you. And I think at one point I had read somewhere that gorillas like to eat ants.
Okay.
And I tried to figure out what an ant tastes like, and it bit me in the tongue.
That's the tongue situation.
And my tongue swelled up for like a week.
Was Clayton around to witness this, or were you free of Clayton at that point?
I think Clayton was hip deep in high school. So I was
What's up with my fucking
virtually non-existent.
Hip deep, he says.
Do you have any memory of this, Clayton? Any
That's okay.
Flashing memories.
Way to go, buddy. Way to be a part of the guy's life.
I know. I'm just like, well, yeah. It's like I'm probably a terrible older brother.
But
It's all right.
Clayton-
We don't need to litigate that right now.
Yeah, we do. No, I'm just kidding.
By the way,
it's Monday night. Let's litigate.
we go to Polyester.
Hey, we're here to litigate.
New favorite subject. It's called litigation with Scriv on Scriv. No, here we go, people. It's time for a hit segment we all love so much. It's time for a little bit of Clayton Sports Roundup. Where we are on a mobile computer, Clay, so I do not have any of those sound effects.
That's fine. We can't do Padres talk. Spring training hasn't even started yet.
I got some sports roundup.
Oh,
Go on.
Let's litigate you. Let's litigate you creeping on my segments. That's all right. Let's start with the Rudy Gobert. And then yes, we'll definitely toss it over to Jordan.
Because I want to know your because
this was the sickest shit that's happened in the NBA. Because I kind of give props to Rudy on this
I was going to say, Clay, I think I've talked about this before, but I had a whole bit that I didn't actually end up doing, but I wish I did. On a whole, when he got traded, I had this whole thing. So I got a Rudy Gobert jersey after he got traded because I thought it'd be funny to do this bit, but I actually never used it. But now I'm actually even more proud I have this Rudy Gobert jersey because, Clay, this exactly what's going on. Can you explain this? What's going on?
Well, hold on. This, as an NBA person who's been a fan of a small market team for a long time, I got my conspiracies. But this guy, he's got $75 million. He has no reason to care. So the fact that he was like, something's rotten in the state of Denmark, I'm kind of like,
I go two ways when I hear this, Clay. He's either dead on. I mean, he knows more than all of us, or
he's collected a lot more data than I have. He's in the trenches.
Making an excuse for himself. Like,
could be.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just a way for him to get out. Like, it's easy to blame someone else, so you don't have to take the heat yourself. Or is he exposing what we've all wanted to expose?
But also, like, a lot of NBA players don't like Rudy Gobert probably because he talks shit. And you know what I mean?
He's also a guy who's never committed a foul in his entire NBA career.
Hello.
So of course, he is justifiably upset about being called for fouls.
Oh fuck.
That's Rudy Gobert hearing he got another foul.
Oh fuck.
But
but here's the thing. The NBA, I'm going way deep here.
I love this.
The NBA is wholly uninteresting to me. I'm not interested in the NBA. I find it uninteresting. Like, Nikola Jokic is mildly interesting to me. Beyond that, I don't really give a shit about the NBA right now. Nikola Jokic is cool because he's not a marketable superstar, and he is a superstar. Beyond that, I really don't care.
I've heard this.
And
the sport's different, right, Clay?
Huh? What's that?
Well, I was saying, I don't know if someone else had something to say, but I was just going to say, Clay, I've heard that the sport is fundamentally different. Like, the big man's going away. Maybe that's why Rudy feels the pressure. It's a 3-point game. I don't know what
My number one complaint about the sport is going to an NBA game is very uninteresting, and it's about everything else except for the actual sport. It's about the fucking Sprite halftime ring toss. It's about miss 2, get chicken in the fourth quarter. It's about, like, 120 points scored hopefully in a game because you can't play defense. It's about players shaking hands and loving each other because they're all making hundreds of millions of dollars. It's just not what it was. And, like, maybe that's old man talking, but I find it uninteresting to watch. I mean, like, if every team is scoring, like when the Denver Nuggets scored 140 points a game in the 1980s, late 1980s, early 1990s, it was interesting because they did it with hand check defense. They did it with the Detroit Pistons in the same league as them. That was interesting. This day and age, I mean, Rudy's got a point. You breathe on somebody and it's a foul. Well, and that's not the way the game was designed. It has swung all the way over. Like Daniel Stern, R.I.P. His vision was he got pissed because once he lost Michael Jordan, he needed more points.
Right.
Daniel Stern was everybody's favorite NBA commissioner.
David Stern.
We all loved him in
Sorry.
Home Alone. He was really great
Sorry.
in Home Alone. His seminal role in Home Alone.
Look, man, did I ever say I was a professional sports commentator? No.
Clay, all I've
But it is
Well-
Clayton Sports Roundup.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, go ahead.
I yield my time to Jordan.
Okay.
It's only
I just want to say that I never thought I'd see the day where Clayton was uninterested in the NBA, and I'm agreeing. And for the most part, I'm in agreement. It's a different sport. Traveling doesn't exist. It's ridiculous. Like these days I watch just as much WNBA as NBA, and that might the WNBA graph might go higher because it's just not to sound old man, but it's the kind of basketball I remember to a certain extent.
Caitlin Clark is
yeah.
the most interesting thing that's happened in basketball in the past 5 years.
I completely agree.
Absolutely.
And I think I'm hoping that it WNBA just gets higher and higher in popularity. Probably not, but maybe.
I agree with you guys, and she is the most exciting thing to come out of basketball in a long time. But the thing we're not also talking about is that Rudy Gobert is straight up saying that the fucking league that is embraced, just like NHL.
I will say the thing of note is he is the first. I do not know another example of a NBA athlete saying this. I don't think that's ever happened.
Clay, let's think about this. Let's think about this even different. He's the first professional athlete to call out gambling in the age of gambling. Where gambling is just normal. Let's not forget this, Clay. Like he was the first person to get COVID. Is he the first person to call out gambling in the age of gambling? This guy this French phenom who I still love. I think he is going to go down as one of the most unique personalities ever to play NBA. And that's because I don't really know it like you, but from an outsider's perspective, and of course I know him because of the Utah Jazz, but he is just interesting, right? He just has some sort of other thing. And I mean, he brings up a good point. I mean, we know
he doesn't give a fuck, which is interesting. He doesn't want to be, that's why other NBA players hate him. He has an edge about him he's French.
Well,
I'll just say that.
I agree.
He's a French man.
I always thought
he's very French. And so I appreciate that about him. He doesn't give a fuck. And so he's, he would do this in a game. And that's why they levied a fine that was several times more than anyone's ever been fined without being suspended in the NBA.
And I agree with you completely. I think the French aspect
wasn't an accusation of bad refereeing. It was an accusation of corruption.
And let's not forget, Clay, what is the only proven league to have referees be involved in
NBA, baby. Well, wait, hold on. I'm sure somewhere in the world some soccer refs have been fucked.
I mean, sorry, in the countries that matter.
And also I'm sure in baseball.
I think
some umpires have been fucking compromised, but okay.
Only North America. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong. North American referees to get caught is NBA. I don't know of another one. Right?
Get caught. I never think MLB had refs that were caught.
That's what I'm saying.
But man, there was some strike zones in the 90s that were pretty fucked up.
Well, also, it's always brought up as a good point, which is that we've just given up on steroids. And I actually am one of those people who are like,
I haven't given up on steroids. Still shooting them right into my penis head.
I need every time I get bit by an ant. All right. Anyway, it was just Rudy Gobert.
It's the only thing that keeps the ant swelling down.
Girk, did you have something?
Oh, I was just gonna point out how basketball, because Clayton mentioned the bad boy Pistons, and then you had the Charles Barkleys and Karl Malones, and then the Shaquille O'Neals, and there was this beef race, right? Everything was in the post. Now the game is complete. Then Steph Curry came along and everything turned to a 3-point contest. And who can hit the one from 30
threes
feet
and
away.
dunks, threes and dunks, threes and dunks.
And so I don't know that I necessarily agree with you that it's less interesting. It is different. I don't know that watching a bunch of guys grind in the post is necessarily
Well, that's
better.
why I say Jokic is interesting, because he's not that. He is a dominant, smooth. He's like Arvydas Sabonis in his prime in the NBA in the 2020s. That's interesting to me. But he's one of the few interesting things that's happening in the NBA. I can't think of anything else that's interesting.
Fair enough.
I guess when the Greek Freak goes to the Lakers, we can all be interested in that.
It'll happen. Here, one other hyper local.
Sorry, did you have something else? Sorry, I interrupted, Gurky. Do you have anything else to say?
No. I'm not sure that watching the ball get passed into Karl Malone and watching it get fouled every time, or knock somebody
Well, when
down.
you want with every fiber of your being for the Utah Jazz to win a fucking championship, it's interesting.
Okay.
Just kidding.
So maybe that's what made the game interesting.
I've watched every single game for 3 years straight. That's 180 games.
Clay, like I always say, Clay, just listen.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
All right, here's the deal. People,
This has been a fun ride for Clayton Sports Roundup. A very in-depth discussion of
by the way,
sportsdom.
when Ryan's
This
away,
is a good one.
When Ryan is away, us dorks can play. Is what I'll work on that idea. But here's the thing. I saw this. This was recent, guys. Utah State female.
Oh yeah.
The women's coach, Kayla. What's her last name? Does anyone know her? Kayla Ard.
This
right
Utah
there at the bottom.
State.
Yeah, the Utah State coach.
Listen to this. This is amazing.
Plan to rebuild for next season.
I'm not going to be rebuilding. I just coached my last game at Utah State. I spoke with Diana, and they're going in a different direction, and I respect her decision, and I hope they get a really good coach in.
Oh, Jesus.
Fired before the press conference.
Wait, and then just listen. Yeah, you're exactly right, Jordan.
I'm assuming that's going to be the last question. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
All. Thank you, Coach.
What the fuck was that decision to tell her that she was fired before her press conference? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Plan to rebuild for
Unprofessional.
I'm not going to be rebuilding. I just coached my last game at Utah State. I spoke with Diana.
Look how emotional. I mean, like, of course you're going to be like fidgety and like your adrenaline's crazy, and then you're just like, you just got told that like any human being, when you're told you're fired, oh, go talk to a microphone. Like,
I appreciate her honesty, but there's so many avenues of trolling. She could have gone down.
She could have been way shittier for sure.
Yeah, I know. Like, I appreciate her humanity, but I would have been like, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a 3-part plan.
That would be great.
And I'm going to be an integral part of this. And I know for a fact, because I just got resigned.
I'm on the road, so I don't have our normal press conference. Like, we can go to the press conference. So sorry to say, but
like a shittier response.
But just like to be like, hey, Girk, you're never going to be on Polyester Blend. You're done. Girk, your thoughts on Polyester Blend Sports Roundup so far?
Your thoughts on Polyester Blend in the future? By the way, you're fucking done.
I hope they rot in hell.
And she did way better than that. I mean, it's just like
Diana, and they're going in a different direction, and I respect her decision, and I hope they get a really good coach in.
Oh,
ouch,
man.
I mean, like, talk about powerful
pain in the voice.
Jesus Christ.
Not a bad program too. Like, right? She's, I don't know. She seems young to me. Like, to be in a D1 program in the Mountain West is not a bad place to be at her age. Like,
well, Clay,
that would be heartbreaking to be fired from that position.
And you bring up a good point where, again, I'm an outsider when it comes to basketball, but like Utah State keeps showing up of like something noticeable besides BYU and U of U, right?
Well, Utah State has a great basketball culture, always has had a great basketball culture. One of the best moments in Utah State history is when, did you ever hear about this story?
What?
So they were in the same conference as the Running Rebels when they went to the championship and won the national championship in the late 80s, early 90s. And They kicked the shit out of the Rebel. They kicked the shit out of Utah State over and over and over again. And you never hear about the prank? Didn't you hear about this?
I know where
or
you're
the
going.
fight? Yeah. I mean, there's just a lot. There's a very, very active history of aggressive basketball fandom in Utah State and Cache Valley.
Oh.
Isn't Utah State the one with like the elaborate chants? They have the audience has elaborate chants.
Oh, I don't. Is that true?
They just
Okay.
definitely have a very passionate. But there was a huge fight between UNLV and Utah State in the late '80s as well.
Oh.
But there was a huge prank where they sprayed. Like it's Utah State. It's the Aggies. They erected like irrigation sprinklers to spray the UNLV team. They were going on to win the national championship. Anyway, it's just a passionate fan base. There's history there.
It's crazy.
So
by the way, Utah State was 2-16 this year. So
the women's game?
Yeah. The women's team. The men's team is in the top 25. But
well, then fuck her. She should be
fired. They could have waited until after the press conference.
Well, that's the thing. Is like, don't let her go speak her true feelings without any just.
She could have pulled a Jesse Plemons.
We all hope so. Or I feel like we saw someone's penis be bit right with an ant right live on TV. Here's the deal, people. I want to do this. Is there any other sports roundup that you guys had that you wanted to?
Oh, that was a very elaborate sports roundup. I really
got a couple things.
I think Jordan.
Wait, Jordan has some.
Yeah, Jordan, go ahead.
Gardner Minshew, 2 years, $50 million for the Raiders. Josh Jacobs went to Green Bay. Hunter Renfrow went to Dallas. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul live on Netflix.
Mike Tyson.
You guys know about
Jesus,
this?
man.
I do know about this, and this is some gross.
Seriously,
Tyson is 58 years old.
Is he okay to make this?
Jake Paul
choice?
is 27.
Is he okay to make this choice?
But I still think Tyson might whoop his ass.
Yeah, I'm sure he will still whoop his ass, but still nuts. That's the huge age difference.
Yeah, but the only reason Tyson will lose is if they pay him enough money to lose, because it's not sanctioned by but it's not sanctioned by the boxing. It's not sanctioned by a boxing thing. It's just money for Jake Paul,
and they're fighting at AT&T Stadium, or is that AT&T where the Dallas Cowboys play?
Jesus fucking Christ!
That's
really?
gotta be. Think about how big that is.
It's like pro wrestling between an aging man and a douchebag for millions. Like, that's where we're at in this country. We would pay like that. Could really? Wow.
I'm gonna watch it.
But that's it, Jordan. Like,
bottom line.
You know what I mean?
Bottom line.
You know what I mean, Jordan? Though it's like that's exactly it. Is that these people aren't dumb? That is That's a pay-per-view. That'll get our parents that still are
millennials, Gen X versus Gen Alphas.
It's so smart.
I just had a flashback to when I went to my friend's house in the 4th grade and watched Tyson fight Razor Ruddock. I think it was
Razor Ruddock.
Yeah. It was somebody. I think Razor Ruddock did way better. It was somebody else. It was where Tyson's opponent lasted a minute and 30 seconds. And his parents threw a huge party. And I was in the 4th grade, and I went to the house, and it was a huge party. This was in if I was in the 4th grade, it was 1988. And Tyson fighting somebody in 1988 generated hundreds of millions of dollars then, and now here we are, 2024, and it's going to happen again. Him fighting a 20-something-year-old for fun.
Was it Michael Spinks?
It might have been
90 seconds, 91 seconds.
Yeah. It was a 91 second. Yep.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But I saw the fight. I was with you at a party when he bit Evander Holyfield's
the ear. Yeah, that was at our parents' house. That was Dad's house.
That was high school for me.
I was just going to bring up that you guys were
Good times.
not far away from that one. Anything else sports roundup you guys have?
I sent you a link that they have a bunch of spelling errors in Kobe's statue.
Oh no.
I sent it to you on chat.
Oh, I might.
But
hold on.
Okay.
Is it wait Kobe Bryant?
Yeah, the statue they put up.
No.
like, oh no.
Spelling errors.
Spelling or grammatical?
Formatting errors.
Oh,
there's
font errors.
They're working to
Seeing a few mistakes with the statue. NBC4's Alex Rosier joins us live from there to spell it all out for us. Alex.
Now that's a segue.
Do share.
Hey,
Do
Annabelle,
share?
whether you look at the statue from up close or from across the street, it's easy to admire this 19-foot bronze statue of Kobe Bryant. But if you look closer at the marble base, you'll notice a few spelling errors, and it seems the Lakers have a bit of a decision whether they'll fix this.
On February 8th, hundreds celebrated as the Kobe statue was unveiled at Crypto.com.
They're just shitting on his memory right now with it.
But also, Clay, this is
Advantageous typo correction.
I do appreciate this as someone who spells things wrong all the time on the show. I'm like, oh, you know what? It can happen, people. It can happen.
No. But now a month
This is why when I create an official document that will be public, I invite as many eyes on it as humanly possible. I am like, people are like, Clayton, what does it ever piss you off when people correct you? I'm like, no. I want every single person in this organization to take the blame if this is wrong.
Exactly.
That they have for you. The statue was inspired by the pose from Kobe's 81-point game in 2006 against Toronto. And on the side of the statue, it shows the official scores report from that night. But in the scores report, they call former Toronto guard Jose Calderon Jose Calderson.
Calderson. They took him from Spain to Oklahoma really quick with that last name.
He's a member of 311.
You ever been to? Can you ever say Calderson?
Good call.
I say, let it ride. Let it ride. Like nobody cares.
I know it's
nobody cares if Jose
funny.
Calderon is close enough.
They do this thing on the Stanley Cup when they fucked up in the past, where they just put like X, and then like try to like. I am with you, Gurky. It's a part of the nuance, like when they do the walking tour, Gurky, it'll be like, notice which names are misspelled or something like this. Like, all those people are probably dead anyway. Great sports roundup.
Yeah, that was great. Are we going to do the quiz at some point, or is this?
I was going to say we can go right into the quiz after a music break, and then
play my Dylan song, and then go
because I think we're getting close, guys. We've done a normal show. If we do the quiz,
I know this has just been a lot of great talking,
which is
not normally what this show is. It's
the power of the blend, which I love, Clay, is that we can change. We can.
This is like the blend fireside chat edition.
Oh, a little bit. I didn't even get to.
If your fireside is right above a bubble craps game, the Red Rock Casino.
I'll save numbers for next week. We have a special guest next week, by the way, which will be fun.
Oh, really?
So with a new segment, he's been on before, but he's got a segment he wants to do, and we could save
Lucifer,
my numbers segment. Lucifer's always with us every day. I'll save my numbers segment for next week. We could talk about, because actually I'd like a rebuttal tonight, Clay. I'll go out and find out where the state of bubble crabs is tonight. So let's do this. Let's do a one song set. We'll do your second song, Clay.
Sure.
And then we come back. We do Utah City's quiz, and this is an exciting time.
Oh man, that'd be amazing.
We have our.
Who am I going to be facing off to?
I think we should do. I mean, even though.
Scriv on Scriv?
I think it should be Scriv. No, it's a no. So we'll do Gurk.
That's a no from Scriv. No, Jordan, you don't even have to actually know anything about trivia.
It's the dumbest thing humanly possible.
Yeah.
I know. I've seen it.
He just can't take it if he loses to me.
All right, here's what we'll do: it'll definitely be Gurk then, but
Gurk on Scriv. Okay, fine.
Jordan, Jerkins.
Jordan, you got to be a lifeline, bro.
You can be.
I'll do my best. Can I look stuff up online?
No,
that's the whole fucking point.
But can we really quickly ask producer Rob, who did?
If you're a lifeline, you cannot be afraid to be the worst lifeline that's ever existed. Gurky's been the worst lifeline for years.
Real quick, Rob, thank you. You helped me during the beginning of the show know the audio is going good, but where are you at currently with the dishes?
I think we're getting close here.
Okay, well,
75%.
Could you speed up? We're about to do Utah City's quiz, dude. We can't have you doing the dishes the whole time. Okay. So
I don't care.
God bless you. I love you so much.
Jesus, man. Cavalier.
We see, this is the thing. He's a producer. He does what he needs to.
I know. He does what he wants. He's a producer.
We're going to play your next song, Clay. What is your next song?
I think it was Ride Willie Ride by Bob Dylan, which is it's a Woody Guthrie-ish.
Now, will
tune.
YouTube let us get to our next segment, or are we going to get canceled on this one?
Hell no. This is a deep cut.
Okay.
This is a Woody Guthrie-ish tune. This is Bob Dylan still trying to figure out what he's all about. This is early Dylan. But also him having some fun talking about a gambler called Willie. Please.
Clayton's pick, gambling songs, Vegas songs. Thanks for being here. We've turned this thing into something else, and I love it so much. Utah City's Quiz, a classic thing we do. Coming up after this next music break. Polyester Blend, thanks for being here.
27 children, yet he's never had a wife. And it's Ride, Willie, Ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're a gambling now, nobody knows. Well, he gambled in the White House and in the railroad yards. Wherever there was people, there was Willie and his cards. He had the reputation as the gamblingest man around. Wives would keep their husbands home when Willie came to town. And it's Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Sailing down the Mississippi to a town called New Orleans. They're still talking about that card game on that Jackson Queen. I've come to win some money, gambling, Willie says. When the game finally ended up, the whole darn boat was his. And it's Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. Up in the Rocky Mountains in a town called Cripple Creek, there was an all-night poker game, lasted about a week. 900 miners had laid their money down. When Willie finally left the room, he owned the whole darn town. And it's Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. But Willie had a heart of gold, and this I know is true. He supported all his children and all their mothers too. He wore the wings of fancy things like other gamblers wore. He spread his money far and wide to help the sick and poor. And it's Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. When you played your cards with Willie, you never really knew whether he was bluffing or whether he was true. You won a fortune from a man who folded in his chair. The man he left a diamond flush, Willie didn't even have a pair. And it's Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. It was late one evening during a poker game. A man lost all his money and said Willie was to blame. He shot poor Willie through the head, which was a tragic fate. Willie's cards fell on the floor, they were aces back with eights. And it's Ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows. So all you rambling gamblers, wherever you might be, The moral of the story is very plain to see. Make your money while you can before you have to stop. For when you pull that dead man's hand, your gambling days are up. And it's ride, Willie, ride. Roll, Willie, roll. Wherever you're gambling now, nobody knows.
Have you heard of him? Bob Dylan.
My favorite line in that song is, "He had the reputation of the gamblingest," which is an amazing word.
Right.
The gamblingest man around. When he came around, like I don't know the exact lyrics, but like when he came around, the wives locked down the husbands. I just love that. I think it's just a great concept. I love that as a tribute to this heroic gambler who had this like first of all, most gamblers don't have like a Robin Hood mystique.
Right.
He's like spreading his money far and wide, and the rich and the poor. It's like, no, that's not gamblers that I know, but okay.
Sure, we'll take it. Amazing. So good.
But that's a great tribute to the gambling persona.
Perfect theme for tonight. That makes so much sense, Clay. It makes so much sense. Now, the only thing I'm starting to realize is I might not have the video that has the song.
Oh.
But we could do this, actually.
We could just have a sing-along right now. Utah City's Quiz is a game between Clayton and Gergie.
Let's see if I can find it. It should be the first thing that comes up. Yeah, here we go.
It's great.
Here we go. Here we go, people. It is something we have to do. I can't believe we're gonna make it happen.
Oh, wow, it sounds crisper than ever.
It's happening. It's happening, and I can't believe it. From Las Vegas, Nevada. One of only 2 times this has happened. The Utah Cities Quiz, but taking place from the fair state of Nevada. Once a part of Utah. Utah Cities Quiz is a game between Clayton and Gerkie. Utah Cities Quiz is a game of knowledge of the dumbest and non-important parts, but there's something to ask every week. It's a great fucking game, people. You will see on your screens right now that is not actually the right colors, Clay. I thought I downloaded what the actual map looks like right now. I didn't, but the scores on the bottom are correct. Clayton and Ryan.
Somehow, some way, I am 1 ahead of him at all times.
But if someone were to take a screenshot right now and look through all that and say, hey, the purples don't match the yellows, you're right. Sorry, I thought I downloaded the thing. I had to make this up on the fly, but that's okay.
Well, it's the whole yellow X5, which is a cheat zone.
It is.
Whatever.
But we will find out more and more about it. But Ryan's not even here, so we're kind of
yeah. When they write down the story, the history of this quiz, they will know more.
And this will go into the archives. We'll have a display at the state capitol one day when you get there in your hover cars and you in your oxygen mask because you can't breathe the air because Utah's
one day this enterprise will be appreciated. One day,
but we are here until then to keep doing what we've always done. Gerkie's going to fill in the spot, right, Gerk? You ready to fill in the spot?
Is it weird that we've been doing this for 110 weeks and only one Wayne County quiz?
It's because I keep saving it for other things. There's not that many communities there. Gerkie, are you there? Are you there, Gerk?
I'm here. Yeah, I'm here.
You're ready to fill in. You're going to try to tie it up for Ryan. You've filled in before, and you've had mixed results.
Don't like the way he's cracking his neck. I think that's illegal.
Mixed results, right, my friend? Mixed results.
The way he's doing boxing moves. Oh.
Are you feeling spry though? Maybe you're feeling spry. Tell me.
He's
where
feeling
you're at.
spry. That's what you say when someone's over.
You ready? You ready to get knocked on your ass by a 58-year-old Mike Tyson?
They might have Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, but we have Clayton Scrivener versus Robert Gerke. Can you believe it? Let me just say this, gentlemen. Let me just say this. We will get to the original, the rest of the quiz, and this is for the archives. So everyone knows, this week it'll be Clayton versus Gerke, purple Clayton, yellow Ryan. Each person gets one. Well, sorry, there are 5 questions, final being a bonus. The first person to get asked a question is worth 1 full point. The other person can steal for 0.5. There will be lifelines, meaning that you can ask your lifelines, unlimited lifelines. But before we get onto that, we must guess which county for 0.025 we're about to do a Utah Cities quiz in. Clay, you won last week, so you get to go first. I will say this. We're doing Millard County. I'll just say Millard County. What city are we doing in Millard County for 0.025?
Boy, we've done a few there, huh?
We have. And again, this map doesn't represent, this is not an up-to-date map, but yes.
I'm going to say Meadow if we haven't done Meadow. Have we done Meadow?
We might have. I don't know off the top of my head, but maybe we've done Meadow. Meadow is your answer. Meadow's your answer.
No.
We'll do Meadow for Clay. Gurky?
Yeah, I think the only town I know in Millard County is Fillmore, and I think we've done that one.
I think we have too. Yep.
So let's go with the greater Fillmore Beaver area.
It's not exactly what I was looking for, but that's fine. Gentlemen, of course, we are going to do battle this week on the fine area known as Canos.
Oh, I like Canoosh. I like a good Canoosh.
I love the Canoosh.
I like a good Canoosh.
So we're doing Canoosh. We're doing Canoosh. Clayton will go first, but as always,
It's right there on I-15.
That's completely correct. I thought about stopping, and then I was getting in late that night, so I didn't stop. But gentlemen, I always liked it. We always have.
Yeah,
to
you
stop.
should have done an oeuvre.
I know, something a little visual, because the ones I have, they're fine. But here's the deal. I'm going to show you right now. Right now, I'm going to show
Flash, there ain't much Canoosh in the Canoosh.
We're not pushing the Canoosian out there. Is that something that's being said? Here's what I will say. Clay, you have to guess the coin flip, though, because this is for command of question number 5. You won last week. That means you get a chance to either choose the old school or, in this case, very large penny. Heads or tails, Clay, for command.
I'm gonna turn this over to my brother. I trust him on this call.
Oh, lifeline out there. Well, that's Rob's.
Don't fuck this up, Jordan. I'll disown you.
What do you want, Jordan?
I'm just doing the coin flip. I'll go with heads.
Are you doing heads on the old school or the penny?
Oh, the penny.
You want penny, heads. This is trying to help a Scrivener bloodline.
Achievement unlocked. One flip.
That means Robert.
I knew it.
Robert Gurkey goes first. But as Kanosh is not huge, as we all know. Kanosh is
but that coin flip was huge.
That coin flip was huge. Kanosh isn't.
I thought Kanosh was in Wisconsin.
A lot of theories out there, a lot of theories, but here's what I will say. Here's a little bit of oeuvre, gentlemen. Oeuvre to give you a sense of the community. So from Freeman UAV Flights, 12 subscribers, kicking our ass, 297 views of their Pioneer Day in 2021. This is Kanosh, people. This is Kanosh.
You sure it's not Kanosh?
It might be Kanosh. I thought it was Kanosh, but Bagosh. But I am very. Let's go ahead and say that Ryan Schlegel's never been good at pronouncing.
You're not gonna put the pronunciation guy on.
Try. We do not have one. First of all.
Oh my God.
We do not have one, but I think this is a total fair thing to ask. Let's just see if we can get a pronunciation. Let's see if we got here. Not Manosh. What are we doing here?
Manosh.
I typed in Manosh.
Manosh.
Can I get my Manosh? Come on, give me my Manosh. I wonder if I go. I'll look that up in a second, Clay. But here's this. This is from our good friend Jacob Barlow, which again.
Oh God, I love that Jacob Barlow.
If you're not following Jacob,
as the campground of the Pavant tribe of Indians.
I mean,
how many mothers do you think Jacob Barlow has?
I mean, with his, by the way, 185 views, kicking our ass 3 years ago, 2.75 thousand subscribers, kicking our ass. This is from Mountain Meadow Mormonism, 377 views, kicking our ass 5 years ago. This one's very interesting.
No dogs in the cemetery. It says so right there.
No dogs.
Kanosh.
Kanosh.
Corn Creek's right here, but I'm not
Kanosh.
finding the part of Corn Creek I want.
Is this guy coming to prosecute the Mount Meadows massacre?
Well, so this guy,
I see Corn Creek flowing right up.
this guy's doing a whole breakdown in Corn Creek near Kanosh, I guess is what he says, Kanosh. He's saying that's where the Arkansas pioneers stopped, and that was right before they eventually ended up in Mountain Meadows. So there's an important history here when it comes to Kanosh and the Mountain Meadow Massacre. And this guy's doing a very psychedelic free throw. I mean, it's like Polyester Blend, but just looking and tracking down the history of the Mountain Meadow Massacre. Clayton and Gerke, you guys are going to go head to head on knowledge of this area.
Okay, who's going first?
You are going first, Clay. And this is, I mean, that look at it. It's kind of like a mini Utah. Look at that, Clay. It's like a mini Utah.
It's a little Utah guy.
Little Utah. But Clay, you're the person who goes first. You have Jordan here. You have Rob as lifelines. But my first question is this. Are you ready, Clay?
Yeah.
Buddy, you can see on your screen right now, that's the city hall, that's the town hall. That's a historic building, another historic building. But Clay, the Utah Southern Railroad, my friend, the Utah Southern Railroad right there. You see it, Clay? Clay, between 1871 and 1881, Petersburg, which is basically now Kanosh, as I'm hearing the pronunciation, Kanosh. That is what it basically is today. Once they got the Pavant tribe of Native Americans to leave the area, doing a great job.
Got them to leave the area by using some
horrible
persuasive skills.
Just a horrific experience in Native American history. But eventually, the Pavant Indians left the area by complete horrific actions by the Mormon local government. And then eventually, Clay, they set up a coach hub of the Southern Utah Railroad. That railroad, Southern Utah Railroad, is going from, I believe, Vegas up to Salt Lake. But they had a coach, Clay, a coach hub of this that it originally started off of this boom town in Nevada. So I'm trying to connect Nevada to Salt Lake or to.
Oh, I like that. Yeah.
This boom town, and I'll give you a map of Nevada and Utah. It's not really going to help, but just maybe I don't know. I'm just trying to give you a little bit opportunity. But Clay, my question is this: which boom town, mining town in Nevada, had a train that went through and connected to Kanosh via a stage hub or stage? I think it was in a little bit north. I think it was Richville. But anyway, Clay, what was the town in Nevada that connected to Kanosh from this boomtown in Nevada?
I'm pretty well familiar with this area.
Of course you are.
Nevada.
Of course you are.
The town of this four that has the most elaborate train station and had the busiest trains and was one of the busiest train stations in Nevada at one point is Caliente. Pioche had the most expensive courthouse of all time. Ely had the most profitable mine in eastern Nevada, and Carp has the most amazing name. Was complete shithole. I'm gonna go with a Caliente.
Are you?
Because it had the most.
Are you raw dogging this?
I'm raw dogging. All aboard! Can I get an If I'm wrong, then I deserve to be. Are you fucking kidding me?
So sorry.
I was so goddamn confident.
Gerke, you've got lifelines. This guy laid it all out for you. I can show
He
you.
was incredibly confident.
So confident, which is insane. But go ahead, Gerke. Caliente's off the options here. Pioche, Ely, and Carp. He actually gave you a very good breakdown of what those towns meant at that time. This is 1871 to 1881. You
There's
have
no
lifelines.
fucking way it's Carp. If it's Carp, I give up right now. I'm going to bed.
You have lifelines.
So my thinking is it's probably not profitable to take minerals from Ely south to Kanosh. So Jordan, I was going to go with Pioche. Do you have any? You want to be my lifeline friend?
I was gonna. Sounds like Ryan might have spilled the beans, but I was gonna say carp just because it's funny.
No, I didn't spill the beans because you took over Gurky. You get the Gurky sound effect when you are called upon, and that's your.
Also, could it possibly he would get the get Gurkied sound effect?
Got Gurky.
Sorry.
Got Gurky.
Now, sorry, Gurky. What was your final
I
answer?
love how that's happening, like deep in the recesses of only one.
I don't know why it does this weird thing. I'll fix it. But Gurky, what is your final answer?
I think I'm going to go with Pioche.
Pioche and Gurky.
By the way, that means pussy in French.
What? Excuse me?
It means it's the right answer. I knew it was the right answer. I knew it was the right.
You didn't know it was the right answer because you
Why
said
did
the
you
wrong
say
answer.
it
Yeah,
then?
you knew it was the wrong
I
answer.
was the G spot. I knew it was the G spot.
Okay.
I was trying to get caliente. I don't know.
It's hard to find, dude.
Yeah, I don't think Clayton's ever found it.
If you on DVD.
What's the matter, Clayton?
All right, Clay. What'd you shit your pants? Clay, you are down 0. Gurky's at Gurky, I was bringing this up earlier. I don't know if you heard it, but this area is also known. It's kind of this whole general area. You basically have the reason it's called Kenosh, or again, the pronunciation that I heard it differently. But there was the Pavant tribe of the Paiute and Ute Nation that were down there, but people started slowly, Mormon settlers were in this area. One of them was this town of Hayton, Hatton, Hayton, which I think is a little bit north. At a certain point, when it was originally settled, Gurky, it was known, and this whole area was known as Petersburg. Gurky, Petersburg. Yeah. Okay. Petersburg was settled and called Petersburg by the white Mormons who settled there after the 1850. Once the Mormons showed up in Utah. My question, Gurk, for you is: it's called Petersburg because there were Peters who settled it. My question for you, Gurk, is how many Peters were the Peters that led it to be called Petersburg? Was it 1 Peter, 2 Peters, 3 Peters, or 4 Peters? How many Peters were these? Finally, the Mormons were like, we'll call it Petersburg. You can have lifelines. Go ahead.
Rob, how well do you know your Peters?
How's your Peter looking, Rob?
Look, I don't know if that's pertinent to this.
How many ants have gobbled it?
But I don't think it's pertinent, but pretty bad.
So, Rob, how many Peter or Peters do you think made up Petersburg for them to call it Petersburg when it was initially settled?
Look, I really like the phrase 3 Peters.
I kind of do too. I was actually.
I don't have a good reason other than I like the way it sounds.
Yeah, it's exactly what I was feeling. So, let's do it.
Will you eventually? So Gurky won 1. If he gets this one, and then he gets a third question right, that would be a 3 Peter. He should be more concerned if he's getting a 2 Peter, meaning he's getting it right 2 times in a row. But so far, he's only got it 1 time in a row. What's the answer? Right?
So was it a repeater or not?
0.5 for Gurky because he did not get it right. 0.5 for Clayton on the board. Clay, 3 Peters off the board. 1, 2, or 4 Peters settled Petersburg, and hence they called it Petersburg.
I'm gonna need you to repeat the question in a more substantial way.
So, Clayton, Petersburg is the area known as today as Kenosh, Hayton.
Yeah.
That's why it's called that. There was a reason they called it Petersburg, is because there was maybe 1 or 2, or there were Peters. How many Peters?
Definitely wasn't 3.
What was it?
Definitely wasn't 3.
Well, because they lost. So 1, 2, or 4 Peters, Clay.
I'm going to turn over to my brother, Jordan.
Oh, boy.
What do you think? Don't you think it's just apostrophe S, 1?
That would be strange if it was just 1.
Really?
Although, with those people, who knows? I guess I'm gonna go with 4 because I guess that makes the most sense.
Now we're going to plethora of Peters at G, 4.
Let's listen to the sound effect that lets you know if that's right or wrong.
I hate Utah City.
It was just, in fact, 2 Peters. 2 Peters. And they're like, let's call this motherfucker Petersburg. It's 2. There's 2 of them. We have to call it Petersburg.
It didn't take much. It's fucking Kanosh, dude.
I know. And again, there's like, oh, we're debating.
Doesn't take a lot of Peters, man.
Let's call it Petersburg. And like this entire tribe is like, yeah, we've lived here forever. Why not call it after us? Clay, you are dear. And I tried mixing this quiz with, Kanosh and Nevada history. Clay.
Yeah, I love that.
So here's the deal.
What is the score right now?
Oh, it's 0 U to 0.5 Gerke. So
we are just racking it up right now.
Yeah, Clay, you know this, right? The radiation exposure.
This is a downwinder.
That's exactly right, my friend. Quote, including atomic veterans who contracted cancer and a number of other specified diseases as a direct result of their exposure to atmospheric nuclear testing undertaken by the U.S. government during the Cold War as residents, or their exposure to radon gases and other radioactive isotopes while undertaking uranium mining. Clay, what that basically means is the people who are downwinders plus those who mined the radioactive material.
Basically everyone south of I-70 in Utah from the year 1940 to 1980.
And those who mined it, so don't forget that it is the downwinders, but the people who are actually taking it out of the ground. The Radiation Exposure Compensation Act takes in those people to effect, and they left it open. Biden actually just extended it a couple of years, but it'll expire in July 2024. My question at this point, Clay, Kanosh, remember, this is the islands out in anyone who's affected by this. Clay, my question now, this is rounding.
You're talking Bikini Atoll to
exactly
Kanosh, Utah.
Rounding down to the biggest number, rounding down, Clay, out of the 4 options, how many have been accepted and approved, given approval that they deserve this kind of compensation? Clay, I give you 4 numbers. You let me know for 1 full point. Was it 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, or 40,000? How many have been given compensation based on the rules of this act?
Jesus fucking Christ, man. Dish boy.
Go ahead, Rob.
It's me. Look, this is, I don't have any better chance at this than I think the last one. But I feel like 20,000 seems right to me. What do you think, Clayton?
More of a 30 to 40. Just because there was a lot of families in southern Utah, and just there was a lot of people on the lawsuit growing up in Vegas. I just think it's got to be a little bit higher than that, but you could be right, and I'm not going to deviate. Let's go B, 20,000.
20,000 says your lifeline, Rob. Clayton Scrivener, who grew up in Las Vegas and Utah, both 2 states, very much.
And met at least 2 dads in my high school who made their living off this lawsuit.
Whoa, interesting. Does Clay get it right with 20,000? Clay
30 or 40.
does not get it right. Gerke, you heard them deliberate. You have Jordan. You have you've got dishwasher Rob himself, producer Rob. or you could raw dog it. What do you think?
Dish boy is what I call him.
Dish boy.
I
Dish
think
boy.
I don't know what your numbers are being pulled from. I think they're low because I think it's over 60,000 now, but I'm going to go 40 because there are at least 15,000. We're including the minors in it.
Yes.
I appeal this decision automatically. The fact that Gurky is disputing your numbers, I think I actually win this question.
I'm going to go 40.
There's no Jeremy, so I actually do win.
I asked Jeremy to try to give us some videos of him being like, Clayton complains, but it's wrong. Finally,
I'm going to go 40, but I think it's considerably higher than that.
Oh, damn, boy.
40,000 from Gurky. Is he right?
Oh boy.
Booyah. 1 full point now for Gurky.
Was it hard to push the booyah button when he was indicting your answer?
A little.
Booyah?
You know, there's a bill in Congress right now to expand it to most of the United States.
That's the thing. I think you're overthinking it, Gurky, because I think that you are right that you're starting to think of what it actually should cover, which is
some motherfucking reparations.
I think Gurky's right on, but here's the thing. As of 2023, I was going off the last thing, 40,274 claims have been approved with total compensation paid at $2 billion X amount of dollars. Successful claims include 25,000 downwinders, 5,000 on-site participant, 6,000 uranium miners, 1,000 uranium millers, and 406. So I think you're right, Gurky, where it's like it's going to be more, but maybe by what they defined it by, it's not fully there. But still very, very interesting. Next question is for Gurky to get 2 full points. 2 full points. Gurk, do you know who this is right there?
I sure do.
Who is it?
It's Tiny Tim.
Gurky is just, it's not even on your screen. Sorry, guys.
I know. Oh, that's not Tiny Tim.
Gurky.
Pretty good guess.
That was a pretty good guess for getting no image. What do you think that is, Gurk?
Colonel Sanders' indigenous brother.
Jesus Christ, it's Chief Kanosh, man. Come on.
Gurky is canceled. Here's the deal. Complicated story. Chief Kanosh had facial hair, which meant that his tribe had been in contact with the Spanish and his ancestry.
Oh, wait, really is Chief Kanosh? I was joking. God,
No,
yes.
you're right.
Okay,
No, you're right.
0.05 on that?
Nope, nothing. With the Spanish. So it's very interesting that the Pavant tribe had been seemingly because they had facial hair, in contact with the Spanish when they
in contact. You said.
Well, I mean, penis to vagina. It seems like, because that's my understanding of how facial hair could get. It's a whole thing. But from Escalante expeditions in the late 70s. So Kanosh, really interesting. His history is super complicated. I am not going to do a good job of completely all the nuances, but just to give you guys an idea of the history, is that he would work with Brigham Young and then with the LDS to avoid conflicts during the Black Hawk War, but then for his willingness to work with the new white settlers led to Kanosh agreeing to the movement of his tribe to the Uinta Basin. Kanosh himself tried to work with President Grant in D.C. to get better assistance for the Pavant tribe to thrive, not only in where they agreed to move to avoid conflict with BY, but then to gets money to move back to Corn Creek, or what is now known as Kanosh. It's really complicated, really hard. Again, American history, not good, but complicated.
Never linear.
Never linear. Like a lot of they tried to work with the LDS Church, and then it just became so complicated. He's not a perfect figure. There's an account of him burying one of his wives alive. So again, morality. Let's not look at this. It's just the history of this whole area. Like most stories of humans, it's complicated to draw one question from Kanosh and his people. Anyway, so basically, what I wanted to go to is that this area is where who you see on the screen. Chief Kanosh was where he was. He moved to the Uinta reservation. He tried getting federal help. It never worked out. They moved back to Kanosh tried making it happen in Corn Creek as a reservation. Their crops are destroyed by 1868 in a devastating grasshopper invasion. So my question is this. The Pavants are described as being married into and becoming a part of the Ute tribe in Uinta Basin. My question, how many people today identify as Pavant tribe in Utah, in the world, what I could find according to my research? So who identified today as Pavant, a part of his tribe, not just up there?
Not Savant, Pavant.
There you go. Gerke, you have 4 options. Is it 0, 100, 1,000, 10,000? How many people today, according to what I have found, identify as Pavant Native Americans?
I think it's got to be GSC, but I'm going to go to Rob.
Rob.
And see what Rob has to say about it.
All right. Wait, you said it's got to be what?
0.
Well,
oh, sorry.
I was just, my thinking was it's got to be more than 0. I don't think they're extinct as a tribe. But 10,000 seems like an awful lot, given I don't think there are more than like 25,000 Utes. So my thinking is it's got to be B or C. But if you feel strongly about one of the others, then let's hear it.
No, I would believe it's pretty minimal. If you think B or C, I'd say B.
Let's do it. Let's go with it. Let's do B.
B is Gerke's answer. He is at 1 full point. Clayton is at nothing. Let's see if he gets 1 full point.
Oh, yeah.
B is not correct. Not 100. Clay, you heard what they talked about for 0.5. Is there 0, 1,000, 10,000 Pavant? They are self-identifying as Pavant.
1,000. Raw dog.
1,000 raw dog.
All aboard! Can I get an amen?
Horrifyingly and sadly, that is not right. 0.
Oh, it's 0.
There is no one currently. Again, talk about like the history of Kenosha, where he's like, I'm gonna.
Oh, so they're extinct. Cool question, dude.
At the same time, I feel a responsibility to bring up when there's a moment of just not fun or funny. It's just a fact about Utah that this group who had tried to work with BYU and it's complicated. It's complicated and it's fucked up. It's 0. It's 0.
Well, that was an excellent question. Good job.
I'm just trying to
Hey
say.
guys, I'm gonna go.
Wait! You can't leave.
But
you can't just walk away because it got uncomfortable.
No, it's not that.
Okay,
I gotta go.
Bye, Jordan.
I need you.
Bye.
You need me? Aw. But I gotta go.
Bye,
All right,
Jordan.
see ya.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in, brother.
See you next week.
Okay.
I gotta bring up the sad parts of Utah, guys. I'm sorry. We can't just all sugarcoat this thing.
Well, it broke Jordan.
You fucked Jordan. Yeah. You fucked Jordan up on that one.
Well, let's see if we fuck up the whole internet with this. Gentlemen, watch this video right now.
In Kenosha, Utah. It's an old dance hall, and we're going to go in.
Take us in, Tanya.
Okay. He actually has a doorbell. Here we go.
Hello, welcome to my Kenosha studio open house.
Gentlemen, I don't personally know this person, but he has a Wikipedia page. Brian Kernisk. Anyone familiar with this name? Gerke, you're the closest to maybe knowing what this is. Gerke?
No. Well, you're saying because he has a funny last name like me.
Well, you're a weird last name person, and you know weird stuff about Utah.
I mean, I'm learning more about him. I don't know anything about him.
Rob, have you ever heard of this artist?
Never heard of him.
Well, he has a Wikipedia page. He is in his early 60s.
Heard he's a real asshole.
Do you know this guy, Clay?
No.
Okay, so
No.
but just every time I do Utah Cities quiz, blown away the stuff I find. This
What was it? Give me the go back to his Wikipedia page. What did it describe as an American painter?
Yes, he seemed to have grown up LDS,
Okay.
but no longer LDS.
Okay.
His stuff is kind of interesting. Like I'm all for it. Like it looks.
No, it's not bad.
It looks cool. Like I mean, he seems like he's a professional. Like and I appreciate it. He does interesting stuff, but I just couldn't help but be in love, guys. That he seemingly did that thing. Clayton, that we always talk about, of like he found a building that's just there and he turned it into a huge studio.
There we go.
Okay, so here,
Come in. I'll show you my building, and then we'll
my building.
sit down and talk about stuff.
Good.
How do these
so
artists
you come into the entryway? This building was built as a dance hall. Because
They take over
the way it's worded is
the dance hall of the co-op of a small Utah town.
Yeah, it's like a thing that artists can
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
in Kanosh frowned upon them drinking at the dances at the church, and so some of a family in town decided they would build their own. So they built this dance hall. In the 40s, it was purchased by the town, who turned it into the city hall, and they had a basketball court in here. So this is part of the building that I use as a studio.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah.
I'll show you a couple of these.
So my question for you guys, this is a
The
two-part.
squeakiness is amazing.
Gurky, you're already up 1 point to Clayton's 0, but you could really get some points here because this is a two-parter question. Clayton only still for 0.5. My question for you, Gurky, you got a sense of this guy, Brian, right? You got a sense of him?
Oh, I feel like we're gonna hang.
I think you guys are good friends. Here's the deal. Guess what, my friend? You have got in front of you a guy who generally, like, he talks about in a second here that he loves CDs. He loves CDs. Don't we all love CDs? And he says, I actually have this many CD players that he bought from the DI. This many CD players from the DI. So my question for you, Gurk, is you see that there all the stuff, all the clutter. You're about to see how many CD, I would call them disc exchangers, like multiple, like he has like those ones, Gurk, you remember from the 90s where you could put 5 CDs and they would play.
Ooh, the 5-disc changer.
Yeah, so that's more of what I'm talking.
That's a lot of mechanics.
But Gurky, my question for you, this is for 1 full point, closest to the hole, how many CD disc exchangers does he have? You closest to the hole, I'm going to show you an image in a moment of how many. How many do you think he's going to have? You have.
When you mean disc exchangers, do you mean capabilities to exchange discs?
So remember, I was just saying, Clay, the ones that have 5 CDs when you open them up. So this would be. So it'd have 5 CDs per one player. So I'm saying that player. So they look
counts
to me,
as one.
So that comes.
So how many CD players does this guy have?
Yeah, but I call them disc because it's not like one CD. It's like they look like multiple CDs.
Right, buddy.
So
Well, if it's more than 2, it's too many.
I agree with
Let's see it.
Well, how many do you think?
Me?
Well, do I get to see it?
No, you get a guess. How many you think this guy will have?
Oh, I thought you were going to show me a picture, and I had to guess how many jelly beans were in the jar.
I really do. What I really like is how many.
Oh well, I'm trying here.
I don't want to go with 69. It's too obvious. I'm going to go with
amazing
100 and
now this
41.
is like Clayton just said. There's usually 5 CDs per one. So these are exchangers. So Gurky, do you want to think about like?
Oh, not how many discs he can play.
No. Just like the.
Why do you have to assist this motherfucker? Just let him roll.
No, I feel like he needs a fair shot.
Let him fall on the sword of 150 discs exchange.
Closest to the hole, I'm going to guess 68.
68. And okay. And then my next question is this. You will see above his bathroom in a couple minutes here, this object, and I'm going to give you 4 options, Gurky, Are you going to see a fox with a hockey goalie mask on it? A bunny
like
with a
that.
catcher's mask? A catcher's mask? A deer with a football helmet? Or an antelope with ski goggles? What are you going to see above his bathroom?
Oh boy, all of those are just so droll. Rob, do you want to help me out with this one?
I think a deer with a football helmet would be the most fun.
You think that it's going to cause problems with the antlers? The antlers are probably just pasted onto the outside. Of it.
Yeah, that's the fun of it is you drill holes and jam the antlers through it. How do you ever get that thing on? You'll never get it off.
Yeah. Oh boy, but the antelope with the ski goggles sounded good too. I think the fox with the hockey mask is too obvious for Schlegel. He would be drawn to that. Let's go with deer with a football helmet. See.
68 CD changers in C, deer with a football helmet. Is that your final answer, Gerke?
Yeah, I'm not feeling good about 68, but I'm hoping Clayton gets 69. So he just can't control himself.
It's closest to the hole, by the way. It's closest to the hole.
I know.
Okay. Clayton, because I will reveal the answer, you have to answer yourself. If you get something right, you get 0.5. Clay, how many CD exchangers do you think that Brian has in his Kenosha art studio, formal town hall?
67. And then I will go.
Do you think it's a fox with a hockey goalie mask, a bunny with a catcher's mask?
I'm going to do a deer with a football helmet, please.
He already did that, so you can't do that. Antelope.
Oh, fuck.
Antelope with ski goggles.
Fuck it. We'll go hockey. Fox hockey. Let's go.
Ooh, I love it. A fox with the. So both of you guys.
It has nothing to do with Central Utah. I love it.
Well, it does because this is an art studio in Kenosha, and that's why I talk about it.
Oh.
Gentlemen, you're about to get the full tour. Let's find out.
Have a basketball. That's some storage back here. This is one of those the movable painting walls that I do. It just has one coat of there's canvas stapled to it. And I go to DI and I buy CD changers and just for $15 and just stack them up here.
5, gentlemen, 5. Clayton, you get that one for 0.5. 0.5, not 68, Girk, 5.
And so when my CD changers stop working, I just replace them with another one.
So, and then we move.
So he's insane.
So we go through the hallway.
But the pose how I start. Down, I'm here for a few days. Developed this mural, but and I'll change it. And then this is.
Hang on a second.
Okay.
It's
Still working on it. I like these more.
Fast forward 40 years from now, that he's going to be the crazy guy, just like Raphael on State Street with the haunted barbershop. So it's going to get wild.
That's right, gentlemen. Oh, I'm so sorry. We're looking at a bunny with a baseball catcher's mask.
Neither one of us had that, huh?
Clayton, you're the only one to get points out of that. 0.5 to 1 point right now. Gentlemen,
So it's the final question.
Final question is this. I went to the Kenosha website, and gentlemen, the 4 people here ran for council member of Kenosha Council, and I'm going to give you 4 names. You have to write down and rank them. Who was first, who was second, who was third, and who was fourth. I'm going to give you 4 names right now. You write down in order who got it right. If you get first place correct, that's worth 1 full point. If you get second, third, and fourth, you get all the points back. It's about getting first. Who was the first person? And then bonus points on top of that. We're just having fun. Are you ready, Clay? Are you ready, Gerke?
Yep, I'm definitely not searching this on the internet.
Gerke?
Hands up.
It's really just who.
I'm not searching it.
Who?
Go.
No searching.
Price is Right on eBay. How
eBay,
much-
baby.
No, sorry, that's the wrong one. Oh, sorry. Hold on. I got the fucking wrong one. Okay, gentlemen, write down the name. Who is first? Who was first?
Holy motherfucking goodness.
Was it
Okay.
Geraldine L. Minton? Was it Dan DeGraffenried? Rob, help me out with this. Joshua M. Whitaker or Hayden George? Dan DeGraffenried? Who was the first person? Basically, that's what gives you it. Who was the first? Who won? Who was the winner? But if you guys both get it, second, third, and fourth will help you in the tiebreaker. So make sure you get it
It's
right.
Dan DeGraffenried.
Say that again, Rob.
Dan DeGraffenried.
DeGraffenried.
Yep.
DeGraffenried. Okay. Thank you, Rob.
That's how you pronounce it in Utah.
Okay, let me know when you guys have written it down.
I'm in. Log it in.
Gerke? Gerke?
Okay.
All right, well, Gerke was
Oh, I'm sorry, I was muted. So there we
Gerke,
go.
you were ahead, so who won it?
Hayden George.
Hayden George. Clayton, what do you got?
I went with I actually went with Dan.
You went with Dan?
Yep.
What a decision. What a decision from both of you. It turns out that Clayton Scrivener was 100% right. He wins this Utah Cities quiz by guessing Dan. I thought we would have a little bit of a runoff because Clayton Gerke got it wrong. But Clayton, you can't help it know the name that would actually win it. Oh, shit. Why am I doing that? Oh, my God. This is not what I want to have happen. But Clayton, you were 100% right, my friend. Dan. Rob, say it again.
DeGraffenried.
Was 116 to Joshua Whitaker. Geraldine. It was fourth. Hayden George was Clayton.
Massive bullshit.
You're up.
Skullduggery.
You are up 2-0. Clay, your final thoughts on Utah City's quiz, real quick.
This is amazing. I like my brother have to go to sleep.
Real quick,
Wake up early in the morning.
just real quick, just tell your final thoughts on the quiz, and then we'll do final talk of the night.
Once again, a classic quiz. Down all night and came through.
Back up.
Believing in Dan's name.
I love it. You did a great job. Real quick, the guy
basically harnessing the power of 311. Nicholas Hexum and the Cheadle guy. You know what I mean?
Rob was there always from the beginning of the show, and I appreciate that. Sound engineer Janine was there too, but the guy who said, I'll jump on the show when no one else was there, Robert Gerke, your Husky boy of the show. You are Husky boy of the show, Robert Gerke. Final thoughts on being Husky boy of the show.
Well, that makes me feel like less of a husk. I don't know. I feel like I really blew it on the CD changer thing.
The Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, you blew it.
I thought he was gonna be a hoarder or something. I thought he was gonna have like dozens.
Now there were more. I will show you in the video. You're right. But in his active,
there weren't.
Yeah, it wasn't that many. Great job, Gerke, by the way. Thank you, my friend. Husky boy, the show goes to you. Rob, you were the last person to join, even though you were the first person to comment on the YouTube chat. Thank you, my friend. Final thoughts on the Las Vegas edition here of Polyester Blend.
It's been a great edition. Real chill. Real chill vibes.
It was like Polyester Blend after hours, man. It's chill.
Yeah, it's just a real shot of lithium. Love it.
And we need lithium because some of us have psychotic issues. Thank you, Rob. Clayton, final thoughts, my friend. You got to go to bed just like you're in. And we thank Jordan. Thank you, Jordan. But final thoughts, Clayton.
It's cool to see my brother again. I mean, I'm a huge fan of where you are right now, and I will be in Vegas at least 3 times in the next 2 months. Love it so much. Aging parents have something to do with that, but I just love that town. I love where you are. It's a goofy ass place to be from, but I appreciate giving homage. Thank you. That's it.
Clayton, you said it perfectly. You showed me this town. This town has tons of problems, just like a lot of American places. It might be the epitome of capitalism, but at the same time, there are people who live here. They've made it their own, and there's a culture, and I can't get enough of it. You showed me that. I like coming back to this place, but of course, like everywhere in America, we have things to work on. I will say this. It has been super fun to find out that I could take weird...
Tell you what, it's a shitload less racist than it was when I grew up there.
I think you're right, and that is something we always want to work on. Clay, I brought all sorts of weird little toys here. I cannot believe I figured it out. I'm playing off of my room service table right now. That's how I'm doing this. It's been
Oh
super
my
fun.
God, you're gambling right now?
No. I'm saying that like they left my room service table. That's how I have my mixer, my audio.
Amazing.
This is really been
you are the husky boy of the show.
Thank you, my friend. I will just say that like I could make this better, and that's why I kind of want to do it again. I'm still haven't figured out how to do the show on the road perfectly, but I'm fine tuning it. Tonight really showed me that. I will just say that I love you all. And the fact that we've done this is amazing. We are off the air right now. We'll be back next week with more Polyester Blend, more fun. We'll be back in Utah. Thanks, everybody. Love you so much.